So, I hope I should be hearable as well. Yeah, so looks like it. Perfect. Can Halfdan maybe give me a signal if you can hear me? Yes, perfect, perfect. Procaster here. First time I got the settings right. My new follower label doesn't work still, but whatever. So, before we start the matches, like Knutan, I'm in the game, but Mongols versus Britons. Before we start, I'm waiting at 10 seconds. Before we start that, I have a meme to show that Alakay made. Probably everybody saw that already, but why not repeat it anyway? Just to, like, make for 7 viewers we have left leave the stream. Let's go.
So Britain, Mongols. Yep.
Every time I see this, it triggers me because Persians don't get fought by more. So really, really sloppy work by Alakay there. Motion is always too late to be man. Imagine going hand cannoneers as Persians. Such a bad video. Holy shit. That's a really good one. I love it. That one. Imagine having 2 universities that can research and teach engineers and chemistry at the same time. Okay, so it's a great video made by our great DAO player Alakay, but also there's a lot wrong with it. Like, imagine going full hand cannoneers against a mass of paladins. Like, it concerns me a lot to see this going on in Alakay's mind. Ah yeah,
Well,
a slow clap. Yeah, sorry Knutan, go on.
I'm on, yeah. I mean, they also in game at 10 seconds in the Mongols versus Britons game.
Okay, so I guess we can start streaming properly now. So this will be a cast of ultimate showdown between Deepchill and Alakay, between, holy shit, I have to look it up, between Sacrificio del Diablo und El Horror de Spring TV. Okay, and let's go in 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. So, we have Mongols versus Britons. What do you think about that matchup, Knutan?
Well, Britons should be favored in my opinion, but I would say that Mongols does have their power spikes in this game. Of course, I think I would probably abuse the Mongols' faster hunt bonus to get up early, maybe even very early discuss this, let's say 18 pop or something like that, which would be the time window to do some damage on the Briton player here. But I would also say that later on the Briton player does have a lot easier to game plan to play. Considering you have to transition with a lot with Mongols.
I would immediately run forward as Deepchill and as Alakay, I mean, and try to get some of those sheep. With a Mongol scout bonus, it's much easier to lame, and delaying the Briton some sheep would be like the cherry on top of the power spike that Alakay needs to win an early game. To make sure that he wins this game in the early game.
Yeah, we also see that the front of Deepchill base is very open at this point. He got front berries, both boars on the front. He does have quite good woodlands on the back as well as good gold, so it should be able to wall it off later on, but his berries should be exposed in the early game at least. You'll also see that we have berries forward as well as 2 gold forward as well for Alakay, so yeah. I'm not sure which map I like the most. If you look at the woodland actually from Alakay, which he's chopping on, you can see that one house is actually also occupying the space where a villager would walk between the normal camp. So you might have some additional idle time there.
I think I dislike both maps. Deepchill, it's terrible how open Deepchill's map is, but at least he can quite easily wall to his TC. Like if he closes the woodline and the edge of the map with the palisades on both sides, he has a really nice back base. But yeah, I think with a wall off to his TC, he should have a lot of safe space behind his TC. Meanwhile, Alakay's space is a bit harder to wall if he wants to go for full wall, which he kind of has to do against Britons, right? He can't just wall off his resources.
Or either that, or he has to just constantly keep track of the armies.
Yeah.
It is possible, but it's very time consuming and a lot harder in some ways. And
we already see there's a lot of drama going on between the 2 DAO superstars. Alakay asking for how Deepchill's doing. Deepchill is reacting with a shut the fuck up because he knows Alakay is just trying to get into his mind. Very good reaction by Deepchill, very smart.
So
I'm actually
surprised that Alakay is not going for the second unnamed villager in Deepchill's base.
I'll pause a sec. 1 sec. I have to get my casting hotkeys so I can zoom out. Okay, I'm at 5:45 now.
Yeah, I'm at 5:44.
Okay, yeah, just in 3. 1, 2, 3, go. Should be fine.
Indeed.
Okay.
So, nothing special when it comes to the build orders from what I can see. It's free on wood from the Deepchills I would expect it to be men-at-arms and not straight archers.
Yeah.
As expected in this matchup, in my opinion.
Okay, now he's adding the 4th one to wood. But it's still late, right?
Is that early loom coming in from Deepchill?
It's not.
Or is he gonna click up really early?
He clicked up. Oh, and
So
yeah,
that's...
if you click up super early, holy shit, he's going up with 19 Poppers Britons. What a beast, man.
I'm wondering exactly what he's going for then, because this does not feel like Man at Arms to me.
Holy... Okay, no, I was kind of confused at first, but Alakay is only going for one Llama Camp. Yeah, that makes sense. Dropping barracks right now. Just...
Oh, I don't like that with that house there, because the villagers will walk around the house a lot then, and it's gonna have a lot of idle time then.
Yeah, yeah. I think
you should have added another lumber camp there.
I think I would actually just delete the house at one point and put it a little bit on top of the woodline. Okay. So let's compare scouting. Yeah, both players have good vision on the other's map. And I think Alakay will be quite caught off guard here by Deepchill's super early uptime. Like Deepchill's actually matching a Mongol player in the feudal time. That's crazy.
Well, he's not really that quick of uptime for Mongols, right? He did 19 pop with Loom, so... It's not a super quick Mongol uptime, but it's still a fairly good uptime.
Okay,
so...
both players dropping that stable. Holy shit. These mind games. Okay, opening with Britain Scouts. What do you think about that?
I guess it makes some kind of sense if you just want to try to match the Mongol player, but I think it's not something you don't get an advantage by doing it, that's for sure. And it also makes the transitions a bit harder later on.
I'm quite surprised, like in Deepchill's position, like I love the flags of that, right? He shows he's not afraid to go off meta facing Alakay. If I was Deepchill, I would have gone for a standard play, just wall your resources in quite early, so the scouts can't attack you, add a couple spears and then transition to archers as well. Or even go man-at-arms archers to buy you some time.
Deepchill actually has a 20-25 pop.
Yeah, he was distracted by the micro against Alakay.
Panic dropping a house with 3 villagers, so it's a lot of time wasted there actually. I saw a full villager at least. Also drop him a bit behind in the production, I guess.
Okay, and Alakay's wall-off starts to take shape. I think he will get a really nice wall-off of the space. While...
it depends on how he's gonna wall this. If he walls it to the edge of the map, I think it's gonna be quite nice. If not, not too happy about it. Because he has quite a lot of exposed resources at the moment. I think he's very happy that Deepchill went for scouts in this case.
Okay, big fight going on in Deepchill's base. The Alakay's spear scaring off Deepchill's army so well. Oh, that was so cocky by Deepchill. Like giving that spear a couple slaps with his low HP scouts, expecting Alakay not to micro in time. What a beast, man.
It does feel like that this will quite quickly just stalemate a bit in my opinion. Because they are both just following each other's armies at this point. Of course, the spearman is now going back to the default space.
I'm not sure, short-term wise, I prefer Alakay's position because he's getting those walls up. He's safe at home. Those goats won't harm him anymore, and he's putting the pressure on Deepchill. But long-term wise, he didn't do any damage to Deepchill yet, really, and Deepchill will outscale him with Britons at some point.
Oh, well, he might have to get some damage here.
Oh my god!
It's gonna be one villager down. Still 5 scouts versus 4 scouts, both of them having to be quite low.
Is this like is this overconfidence that Deepchill didn't wall this resource off earlier? Like relying on that quick wall ability?
I think it's actually more like he was planning to just follow them with his scouts and then take decent fights against it to force him away before he takes any damage, but it's risky. And he has only lost one villager, right? But he also had some idle times with already 2 villagers behind.
Yeah, and I think Alakay did spot the double range. Yeah, he knows what's going on. The transition is coming. What is he going for? It looks
If
like
he is once again housed at 40 pop.
it looks like Alakay wants to just go castle edge actually. He's not dropping archery range to go skirm defense. He's just saving his resources.
I think that's actually fair, kind of wise of him, because he's not really threatened at this point.
Yeah.
It will take some time before the Britons get out enough archers there for there to be a danger.
I agree.
They still doesn't have a blacksmith either, so it's not gonna be. It wouldn't surprise me if Alakay will be up to castle edge before the Britons come with their archers.
And Alakay just realized in time that he has not the second building to click up to castle edge, and is dropping it just before he has resources to click up. Like, I always forget the second building. He's panic dropping it with 4 builds, but it's still great. Yeah, just a couple of seconds of idle time here, and he clicks up.
Probably around half a villager, and Alakay is also gonna take a villager on the gold of...
Another one, yeah. And first archer down. That's a really good start for Alakay, but then again also the start he actually needs to stay in the game against Britons.
I would say that it's quite a big advantage going to Alakay at this point.
Oh.
He's gonna get his preferred units out quite a lot earlier, I would say. If you look at this, never mind, the change now. We had a spearman walking backwards towards Alakay's base, but he's gonna be fully walled at the moment. He's still only staying at 1 lumber camp though, which isn't the greatest, but he's probably gonna drop TCs, I guess, when it gets up.
I'm also kind of surprised, like Alakay had less scouts than Deepchill, but kept on trading him actually. Like that was really good micro by Alakay so far. Really flexing here a bit.
So now we have 3 spearmen and 3 archers knocking on the door of Alakay, but nothing to be overly worried about. Still no fletching on them as far as I can see. Fletching now coming in.
And
we also have Alakay taking...
Another villager of Deepchill going down against Alakay scouts. Like he appears out of nowhere and gets those villager kills. Oh my god, this is
now
so
also coming in with a spearman, but losing it before he takes any hit with it.
Yeah. I wish this would have been walled a bit earlier. And Alakay's up to castle edge. What is going on in Deepchill's mind now? It's 20 minutes, he's not up to castle edge, he's super housed, and he doesn't have a lot of army to defend. What should he do now?
Second TC coming up, but also actually making camels is Alakay, which I don't agree with it.
Yeah, but
2 camels and 2 knights coming out afterwards.
Hey,
So
Deepchill didn't have any upgrades on the scouts. Why would he expect Deepchill to go night play? Like, why the camels? I'm also a bit confused.
he's also now seeing the archers with +1/+1. So
okay. Alakay says camels were misclick. Okay.
that makes a lot more sense then. Also adding a second TC on his main gold. Not the biggest fan of that TC, to be fair, because you can't really use parts of the gold with it. I think I would like them to delete the wall and just put it 1 tile further away from the gold.
Yeah, I agree. But I also think he has to focus on too many things at once. He just wanted to drop the TC as much as early, while, yeah, for a more efficient TC, he should have deleted those walls.
Well, the thing is that with that TC you can't really take the wood properly nor the gold right, so
yeah,
I think that's a pretty bad mistake, to be honest.
And also it would offer a bit more protection against the crossbows if they try to hit him.
Indeed. You also see Deepchill adding a second TC, which I like quite a bit more compared to Alakay's, but...
a third TC, you mean? What? Oh, no.
Deepchill is adding a second and Alakay is adding his third at the moment.
Deepchill's also adding his third. He has already 2 on this.
Yeah, at the top, yeah.
Yeah.
But still, if you look at the village counts, we already have Alakay 10 villages ahead at this point. So.
That's huge. So, what's the army comp Alakay should go for against Britons?
I think actually just going for heavy knight play at the start here is fine. Maybe trying to transition either cav archers later on or Mangdai. I think none of them has wheelbarrow yet, if my eyes are looking properly.
I think
Yeah, none of them have wheelbarrow yet.
Deepchill has some really first game of the day problems or something. He was housed so many times this game. Or maybe it's just the nerfs against Alakay. He's also dropping a monastery. Not sure if he just wants to secure the relics as fast as possible or if he expects a heavy knight play and wants to add a couple monks to protect his crossbows. I think it's
I also know how one range up for Alakay, adding in skirmishers by the looks of the things.
Okay. Yeah, and I think it's really just getting the relics in early by Deepchill.
Also, Alakay has had a bit of a weird gathering point because he sent 2 villages forward towards the base of Deepchill. He recognized it in time and was sent them back now.
Also quite surprised, I think it's the first time I saw Alakay base without any holes. So, really good play by him there.
Well, it's very tight, right? He needs to expand soon in my head. If he just walls up the top side, I think he's in a much better position then. Because there's a lot more safe spaces then.
I love how Deepchill added another scout just to get more vision of the map. He has so much relic control just by that already. Did he take the first one already? No. But he knows 3 relics. Now moving forward to Alakay's base.
I think there should be a window here for Deepchill to do damage here.
Yeah, I don't think
he has a lot more numbers and he also only see +1 defense coming in from Alakay.
Yeah, Alakay can't fight this at all, but Deepchill no ballistics, so he shouldn't lose any knights here.
We have at least skirm coming in from Alakay now, so also adding in a second range.
I think Alakay might just try to distract Deepchill a bit here to buy himself a little bit more time.
You also see that he's walling a bit off the sides now.
Yeah.
Too early.
Okay.
Decent reaction with also now see Alakay finally going onto stone with 5 villagers.
I would love to see him adding a monastery. He should contest those relics as well. Also, I think a monk to heal up his knights is worth already. Like 5 damage knights.
Not the worst thing. Deepchill now getting in his first relic from the top corner. Also having 2 idle monks in his own base.
Okay, was about to ask why is Deepchill not hitting the wood lines, but no, he is reacting.
I'm not sure exactly why Alakay is just not killing those. It's also making 2 mangonels even as versus Britons.
Yeah,
I'm not the biggest fan of that.
I hate playing mangonels against Britons, while I understand in theory if you have like 6 of them it might work at some point. But it's still, it never feels good against Britons.
I kind of prefer playing with scorpions against Britons. But yeah. Also, I think Alakay needs to go to another woodline soon.
Okay, and Alakay might head for a counterattack. Doesn't see the monk, it seems. Oh, just barely doesn't spot it. Oh my god, that's so
Close.
sad. And
do you think that? Where is actually Deepchill's army at the moment?
most of them are back home defending, maybe expecting a counterattack, or he just maybe wants to preserve a big ball of crossbows until he gets.
He already has the food to click up, so maybe just idling a bit, selling, let's say 200. He doesn't have a market yet actually, so never mind.
Yeah.
Just waiting a bit and clicking up soon.
I agree. I think Deepchill wants to finish this in early imp. Like he will
This is where the Mongols are weakest and and Britons are probably the strongest. So
Yeah, like that will be an insane power spike. Arbalest Bracer Chemistry Upgrade already so strong, but with the extra range from Britons. It's really,
and also
really tough.
just for Alakay not having +4 as well.
Yeah, like his skirms are also oh, his knights are also weak, right? Neither the skirms or the knights get the last armor upgrade, if I'm not mistaken.
At this point, Alakay needs to transition, right? That's a long and very slow transition as Mongols.
Yeah, and he doesn't even have one castle up yet, and Megadai are really, really slow to produce.
I would just think about it. This game, Alakay has gone for 2 stables, 2 rangers, a siege workshop, and now also going for ballistics. So it doesn't feel like he's had too much of a plan here, right? I think it would probably been better if you just used this earlier uptime, clicked into Cav Archers, and used that to put pressure on. If you look at the base of Deepchill here, he has 1 very exposed woodline, and then also 1 front stone and 2 gold side golds.
I mean, Alakay is still ahead in builds, but that's also partly because Deepchill is almost up to him. Like, Alakay, I'm not sure, like, after he did all the damage in Fuel Age, he was like, okay, I will now sit back and wait until Deepchill is back in the game.
He's doing that all without actually transitioning properly in this game. You can see that he's still just doing the same stuff. He has not the best woodlands anymore, I would say. He has 1 good woodland and then 1... Well, it's a long walking distance from that TC to the woodland he's taking there.
Yeah, like...
Now he's also going forward with the villagers, probably to drop a castle in the middle of the map.
He should really put a llama camp there and also expand a little bit more on the map. He did a good job at the start with making those outposts around, but he should start taking more neutral resources.
So what do you think the play here will be for Alakay?
Oh, I have no idea. I don't play Mongols at all, and I think like if he has 60 Mangodai maybe and a lot of Hussars, he has a chance. But he has to defend quite some while to get to that point.
I think actually just going mouse skirmishers there and then going castle while you're adding eco behind it is probably the best things. Because Deepchill still doesn't have a castle up, so you can use the castle to defend it. The Britain player will likely try to go for light cav later on, but it's still gonna take some time before he gets to it.
Okay. So while Deepchill seems to have almost fully upgraded Arbalest, just lacking Yeoman, it's quite surprising that he doesn't have a castle yet. Because, yeah, I think he could assume that Alakay will get those castles up as Mongols at some point. But he will just path around it and try to hit Alakay's eco anyway.
So Alakay is now almost 50% up, and he... Well, there actually is 1 hole here, but I don't think he will take too much damage here.
And Deepchill badly housed again, but Alakay is coming into his base to help him out with that. Maybe gonna kill some villagers, some units.
I think he will actually throw those away mostly. I don't think they will do too much here.
And if he gets into the farming eco, woodlines, a little bit idle time at least. Yeah, he lost a lot already. Meanwhile...
way more than I actually expected. Now he's gonna return the favor, and if you look at the backwood line of Alakay, bottom.
No reaction there. Does Deepchill know that there's a hole? Yeah, he realizes, but is kinda caught between the wall, tree line and the skirms, but happily takes that fight. Yeah, I
don't think Deepchill actually realizes that there's a hole there. It's just attacking the house at the moment. And like now see Bracer coming in from Alakay.
Alakay finally expanded a little bit, but Deepchill knows about that. Making his own outposts. And all the skirms are going down. Like even with +4, it doesn't. Like with +4, the Pierce Armor doesn't feel that great, I think. Because you're gonna lose a lot of skirms already before you're in range. And those Magnals Alakay made in early Cars Age felt so useless.
Completely
in the entire
useless.
game, yeah. Look at that. Like, come on man, it's so many resources you spend on that. At least you needed a siege workshop in the monastery to click up, so... Or maybe...
I don't like him just attacking the house there. It's not necessary.
Is there any action going on except with the Arbalest in front of Alakay's base?
No.
Or Deepchill making a castle on Alakay's outside TC in the north?
Alakay should see that, and you can see another castle coming up from Alakay just above it.
Beautiful, beautiful. Oh my god, I love it. I love it. Look at that. Ah. And, yeah.
I don't really like the way Alakay responded to the early imp from Deepchill here. I think he could have stayed in Castle Age and just gone all in Castle Age there.
Yeah.
He should know that he can't really respond properly against Arbalest with skirmishes in this case.
I think Deepchill's numbers are a bit dwindling though. He only has like 20 Arbalests in front of Alakay's base, but he's now adding light cav against the skirms. He prepared that switch quite early, but only now started making them.
Well, his food ego wasn't the best route because he went for such an early imp, but yeah.
Meanwhile, Alakay's food eco is totally disastrous. It's down to 18 farmers, having to abandon a lot of farms.
And he is trying to go for Mangdai here. You can see up to 3 castle production now, but I just don't see him ever getting into elite and getting enough all the techs there.
Deepchill with a strong score lead by now, and also almost being pop capped, while Alakay is far from that.
Also having 4 relics and also taking Alakay off one of his side golds.
And
If you look at the gold Alakay is taking in the back of his base now, it's not pretty.
oh my god, that's half of his eco, man. And yeah, I'm quite surprised. Like Alakay had like the leads, the early game, and still he didn't use that to gain map control. He didn't contest those relics at all. Deepchill instantly went for these.
I don't think the relics are that important, but it's more like Alakay not really doing anything after Feudal Age, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Because as Mongols, it's usually you kind of need to take into something else than cavalry in Castle Age, in my head at least.
And
Like
now,
with skirm defense against Britons, which usually will get up earlier than you as well. I don't like it.
and now Deepchill attacking the north of Alakay's base as well, dropping a another castle. Yes, one behind that, and it's also preparing traps. Oh, I think Alakay is a really bad spot now. He has nowhere to expand anymore. Both flanks of him are exposed.
Alakay first now getting the +2 defense upgrade on his cavalry.
And and also light cav upgrade at least, yeah. But Deepchill's base is quite exposed. But probably Alakay doesn't have a food eco. He can't use those units to counterweight, maybe. Not sure. He doesn't have the numbers to use. How do I explain it? Yeah. He has to use his numbers to defend himself. He can't be waiting. That's what I meant. Now, balling off his middle, but I'm afraid Deepchill won't care too much about that. I still like it though. I still like it. We're taking a lot of farming eco there. And then again, 2 pet-ups from this castle, and it's gone.
I can still range most of it, right? With his Arbalest, so...
And now it looks like Alakay can finally clean the small forward in front of space. But Alakay also recovered a bit. 60 working farmers, more than 1k woodbane. The biggest issue he has is that he Has 0 gold minus at the moment. But yeah, soon he can take the gold in front of the space. And
it feels like Deepchill has taken taking the gas off the foot of the throttle here. If you look at his, he stopped producing and it's changed into Cavaliers in this case.
Is it trolling?
And, well, Britain Cavaliers would add bloodlines against Mangudai. Missing party tactics and the elite upgrade, but I think he probably has the every other upgrade.
I mean, maybe it makes sense if you. I mean, it makes sense if you have a lot of crossbow arbalest behind them, even if they don't have bloodlines. Getting all the armor upgrades quite nice. And Alakay finally defending against the push in the north, still securing that gold. It's yeah, it's quite hard to push against those Mangudai with traps. Just gonna get wrecked. And Mongols do get siege ram, right?
They do. Drill siege ram. Ferraris, as men would say.
So maybe, like, Alakay starts to get huge numbers. Actually, he's almost matching Deepchill military numbers, or will match him soon.
At this point, the Mongols should be way stronger than the Britons.
And finally, he's able to click elite Mangudai. I think Alakay is back in the game. We saw 2 throws this game. 1 throw by Alakay, no throw by Deepchill.
I would say that this is a much bigger throw from Deepchill than it's from Alakay.
Yeah, I agree. His push, his attack was really nice, but it was also quite one-dimensional. He only threatened Alakay from one spot for quite some while, but Alakay had a big... Well, he kept expanding behind that. It was just really good, really smart by him.
Feels like, let's say...
Big fight.
If Deepchill just uses his arbalest here.
Big fight going on. Mangudai and Hussars against Arbalest and Cavaliers. And the Britons losing that fight. Well, maybe kinda even. But I guess the damage output from Mangudai against the Cavaliers is just really, really high.
Also, of course, while it's still fighting at 120 HP almost on the Hussars, same HP as the Cavalier there. So...
Yeah, holy shit, that's so strong. And also, Britain's lacking farming is really hurting them in these straight-on battles, I feel like. If Britons are able to kite, if they can just shoot one, hit and run, they are so strong. But in just these straight engages, lacking farming can hurt them a lot.
Okay, still missing parts in tactics in this case, but I would also like him to see adding in just 6 or 7 rams to just push through the middle. Did lose his castle at the top edge of the map. He's making another one to protect his farm eco, but we already see 5 trebs there, so he needs to get the army over there soon, I think.
Yeah, Alakay has to stop that push. Like those couple, that's a really good push by Deepchill. Like those arbalest will kill all of Alakay's farming eco in 2 minutes if those traps kill that castle.
That Alakay should just fall back to his castle on the front there. Use the Mangudai to clean up the top side and then just completely switch sides back again, right?
Okay.
Deepchill is now also taking the gold in the bottom with the TC there, also having a farm on the bottom side, I mean a castle on the bottom side.
Yeah, that's a really nice castle. And he's
I think Alakay should now easily clean up the top now. That's gonna be 5 trebs going down.
Oh yeah.
They're still missing party tactics though, that's really bad for Alakay here.
And kiting downhill is not always the best move, but it happens to me also a lot. And he managed to save the castle. I think it was quite costly though, right? How many Mangudai did he lose there? Like 10 at least, I guess? No,
I think it was 8 or 10.
Yeah, let's say 8. And his tower on the gold, Deepchill's tower on Alakay's gold seems to go up. I think Alakay should be able to clean that one quite easily. But it's still annoyance. I love this. Like, late game, if your enemy is overwhelmed with all the stuff going on, just crush him as well. It's so annoying.
It just feels a bit weird to me. If you look at the queues, sometimes you can see that at times Deepchill's queue is completely empty, then suddenly Alakay's queue is completely empty. Then they lose pop, and then they again pop again. So the macro is slipping a bit there, it feels like. Also, Alakay having 15 idols at the moment.
Alakay also going for really sweet counter rates in the back of Deepchill's base. But he's kind of struggling to hold in the south of the space again. But yeah, those couple hustlers in Deepchill's eco can... I know. Like, Deepchill has so many units in his base, he knows what's going on. He expected those counter rates. Quite nice.
I would have liked... well, actually, I really like those raids there. I do think that maybe just having the 4 relics at this stage is really huge, right?
Yeah, yeah. Oh my god, it's... how do you push... I'm always asking, how the fuck do you push Britons? It's so annoying. That how the fuck do you push Mongols if Mongo die? Your siege just dies. It's so frustrating, man. And Alakay manages to save his castle in the middle. But Deepchill's still holding a really nice position here in the south and also taking Alakay's gold. I think gold will run out in a couple minutes and then Alakay will lose a lot of momentum.
So still missing Pathing Tactics on his Mangada is really bad for Alakay here.
Let's see the market prices. Food is so expensive and a Deepchill has 6k, why is he not selling? What is going on? Holy shit. So strange.
That is weird. I think also now most of the... Alakay is still taking gold at the top here, but I think that's the last gold on this map at the moment.
No, in the south of Alakay's base there's still gold, but Deepchill made a tower there. And Deepchill had really good macro this game, took 4 relics quite immediately, uncontested, basically.
Well, he had a map control, right? He had the archers out, so he knew he had map control. And also considering that Alakay actually was going for Knights, he also knew adding a monastery defensively also makes a lot of sense anyways.
Yeah, yeah. I think Alakay is using his mobility really well with this game. Like, Deepchill kinda has to, like, keep his army together, right? A couple Avalets just die immediately. He needs a big ball. And Alakay kept raiding from a lot of different angles. Forcing to
At this
play...
point I think Alakay has won the game, to be honest.
Yeah, I also think so. And he forced Deepchill to play a lot of Cav himself, but that's where Mongols are much stronger. Actually, insane comeback, I have to say. And I think maybe Deepchill would have had a chance if he also just sold a bit more food. But yeah, he at this point he can never push Alakay, right?
Yeah. I just don't see a way that Deepchill comes back into this now. And also if Alakay, let's say, add in 4 or 5 drill siege rams, he completely wipes the base there. He would like to do that even without siege rams at all.
Yeah, Deepchill's base gets completely overrun. Alarm bells ringing everywhere. What a sick game.
Yeah. Now he's actually doubled the population from Alakay, so I think this would be a good time to call the GG. And Alakay has finally gotten Pathing Tactics as well.
What a beast.
About damn time in my head, but...
I mean, it happens quite easily and you forget some upgrades from Mangudai, I think. Can happen to anybody.
Yeah, but you're fighting against Britons, right? It's such an important upgrade then.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. I think probably the only reason why Deepchill is not calling yet is because he has some safe areas, kind of safe areas, and also the 4 relics. But I think, yeah, it's kind of over.
This is stubbornness. He's at 60 pop at the moment. He knows that this is over.
Yeah, but also he has like 50 villagers queued, or like 40 villagers queued. Okay, no.
There it goes.
Why wasn't Deepchill able to finish Alakay off?
Cavalier switch in my head. It did not work. He should just continue going for a lot more Arbalest. If he has 30 more Arbalest, then just go for a straightforward castle push with a 40 Arbalest with traps behind it, and he can easily push the front of Alakay's base in my head. Then he just uses sends in a few light cav around to clean up after when he's pushing.
I think I also would have like Arbalest and how do you say it? The meat shield unit feels better if it's a not gold unit. Like a lot of Arbalest, maybe a couple light cav to fight off the skirms feels a bit better in my head. As well. Maybe he actually had too much eco at some point. Maybe he didn't have the military units out.
Deepchill often had, let's say, up to 80 military, so I don't think it was the military lack, but it was just, in my head, the wrong units. It didn't feel like the typical Britain composition, right? Just secure your positions with your own castle, then push in one dimension. Instead of trying to fight in 4 different spots, right? He had something on the top, right? He was pushing Alakay off the gold, and he had one push in the middle. He had one castle on the bottom with a TC there.
Maybe it also, like, he had an insane power spike in early imp, but he didn't have a castle up, he didn't have access to traps yet. Maybe that's what kinda killed him, because he wasn't able to use the power spike in a way that's strong enough. Obviously, he idled a lot of Alakay Sami eco. He bought himself a lot of time, but he lacked the siege to finish Alakay off. He lacked the siege to get more momentum out of his push.
So you remember when he had those 20 or 30 Arbalest in the bottom, knocking on the house of Alakay?
Yeah,
you can just walk in there. Take the palisade or even just walk in the hole between on the bottom. You can kill everything there basically.
Yeah, and he even had vision of that hole, and he also had vision that Alakay had a lot of harms back there. So it also was a bit surprising to me. I think I actually kind of understand him. If you're in such a position, you tend to be a bit like overconfident, and you start to get sloppy to a certain degree. Like,
I think it was the sloppiness that made him lose this game. Because I don't think Alakay should ever have a chance to come back after the early imp push from Deepchill here.
Yeah.
I think it just became too fancy there with adding in the Cavaliers.
I also think that's maybe something that a really high elo player unbelievable good at. Like at a position like Deepchill's position, they will always go for the kill. They will path around that and kill all of that eco behind it. They won't let the enemy get the time to come back to this game. Yeah. They often have the killer instinct to finish off these games.
So didn't feel like Alakay was playing the Mongols to their full strength either, right? I'm thinking he did quite well in feudalation on the way up to Castle Age, but from Castle Age I felt like it was a bit lackluster until mid-imp to me.
Yeah, I agree. The transition was really slow. Units killed, units lost were quite similar. Deepchill having a much bigger army. Like, I never play Mongols, but they look can look really strong. Yeah. Like
they have their power spikes, but the transitions with Mongols are really difficult to put it easily. You get a quite easy Dark Age because of the hunting bonus, right? That also leads to quite a nice early feudal age, but you start to transition usually. I'd like to go scatter the cow archers with Mongols, since then you get really strong cow archers then, but you either have to transition out of into, let's say, a full heavy cavalry archer plus hussar plane imp, or you have to transition to Mangdai. Mangdai is usually the ultimate goal with Mongols, but it's so slow. You did see that after Alakay got the critical mass and got the elite upgrade and every upgrade. I don't think there's anything Britons can do then, especially if you're in siege, but yeah. I don't think you usually get into that composition against Britons.
Okay, I don't have a scoreboard prepared, so I'm just using an editor.
Just look at the timeline here. If you look at the early, well, just when Alakay hits imp.
Yeah, I looked at it already. I'm out of it already. It's yeah. Oops, I can't see it anymore. Sorry.
No problem. So, what's the next game gonna be?
Next game will be Mayans versus Spanish. Alakay is adding, I thought I could hold with skirms until the transition to Mangdai. I was shocked how bad my skirms did against the Britain Arbalest. Like, Castle Age skirms are still, like, even if it's not Britons, they don't feel that great against Arbalest, right?
You get 6 armor at most with Mongols, right? With full upgrades. Then it's 6+4 attack for fully upgraded Arbalest, which means that it's 4 damage. You get 35 HP, so it's less than 10 arrows. I think it's 9 arrows to kill a skirm with the Arbalest. So you usually lose, let's say, 4 or 5 even before you can start engaging versus the Britain Arbalest.
And I was actually surprised, how okay the trades were to a certain degree. I thought the skirms will die even faster against the fully upgraded Arbalest. Yeah.
Well, there was quite a few times, especially Deepchill was housed a lot, but
yeah,
didn't. I think Alakay also had a few times, but especially I think Deepchill had a lot of troubles with it.
Yeah, I think that it was basically like losing 2 wills, right? He was 2 wills behind us by getting housed that much in early ages.
I would say probably 1 villager because being housed, but then also lost something like 3 or 4 villagers, I think, to the scout rush from Alakay.
Okay. I'm at 10 seconds in the Spanish against Mayans game, but I'll give you 1 sec.
I'm also ready.
Okay, ready?
I'm ready.
1, 2, 3, go. So that's an interesting matchup. Mayans against Spanish. I think I've never played this one versus one.
Well, Spanish are not ideal in they're not a good 1v1 right?
Yeah.
They really struggle here. You don't have a crossbow, right? So you are very limited in what you do. I feel like you need to just probably scout into skirms and then a nice skirm to Castle, right?
I'm not sure if they had a draft. I didn't see. I didn't see the draft. So it would have been interesting what options they had. Like Alakay, do you have still access to a draft? Can you put it in the chat or something so we can see which options you had and why you maybe went for Spanish that early? Let's say if Deepchill had 5. Okay, no draft, just 3 pick. Okay.
Well,
so
then Spanish is a weird pick.
Maybe Alakay thought, okay, Deepchill just lost to Farm Archer Sith, so he would go for Cav Sith now, and that I can counter with Kongs.
Yeah, but yeah, Kongs are quite situational, right? They're, of course, a really strong unit, but yeah, I don't like that myself.
Oh, Alakay said that's exactly what he thought. Crazy. I already know how he's thinking. Now I forgot what I wanted to ask. Ah yeah, did you have an agreement not to lame? We're kind of surprised. No resources getting walled in, no laming at all. What's going on, man?
I'm disappointed in you guys.
Yeah, exactly. I can promise I would have walled in all of the Deepchill's resources right now.
I think if I'm a mains there, I might actually go forward, yeah. Wouldn't do it as Spanish since I don't have Loom yet.
Yeah.
There's actually 4 on wood for Alakay at the moment, so not exactly sure what he's going for there.
He's going Drush FC Kongs, what a beast, man. Okay.
Well, that's interesting.
Alakay says he was afraid to hurt himself when he goes full lane, like the backfires.
That can happen, yeah.
But Alakay, man, Lily said being the lamer is like winning the game already.
Well, there is a big, quite big difference between somebody. Okay, look at the mill from Alakay here. What do you think about that one?
I actually think, like, not ironically, I think it's really good. Like, I know, okay, the house I don't like, but if you task villagers properly, you can take those 2 forward bushes, and then you will have a really nice
kill that
row.
sure.
Okay, like, that's not how he should do it. He should put 2 on both sides, and then after he took the forward bushes, we'll have a really nice access row to the rest of the berry bushes that she can also wall off quite easily. I saw King Marv doing that kind of mills quite frequently, actually. But what are your thoughts? But maybe King Marv is a clown, right? So I'm not sure if he knows how to play.
It's decent enough, but yeah, I'm not sure. I don't like having. Actually, if you're actually doing it properly, I guess it's fine. But I usually end up having one which you're walking all the way around often.
Yeah, like he has to shift queue this. Like the left side is sloppy, the right queues properly.
Yeah, true.
But if he shift queues this, I think it's really good. Yeah, I mean, to a certain degree, Deepchill's mill would be even worse, right?
Well, he has worse berries, right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I don't think you could. Well, maybe put it on the other side and then just put the 2 villages inside, I think, in the hole.
Okay, but maybe okay, Deepchill is so. Oh no, he's just calling archers. My bad. Kind of surprised that he's staying in one number camp, but with Mayans that's good, I think. Because he
I think it's actually Metal Arms from Alakay here.
Oh yeah, true. Is he going No, Mendam's Towers. Probably not.
That would be the worst thing if you're playing in Spanish, but well, Spanish, but
taking a nice trade there. Alakay really has to add a house. What the fuck, man? Start building a house. What are you doing? Oh my god. Okay, finally. Now that he realized that he'll get no, he'll manage to do it. Okay. Deepchill also going for Men at Arms.
yeah.
And
Spanish builders, you know, so.
And Alakay running into wolves. He might be able to snipe that eagle. That's quite huge.
The eagle will go down for sure.
Yeah, even if his Drush is a bit hurt already, with like 1 unit more, should be in good spot. But Alakay warning off in time. Yeah, there's no way that Deepchill gets into the space in time. Alakay gets into Deepchill space in time.
So do we see Arsenal coming up from Alakay as well? That will be a mid-round skirm play. Well, if you look at the house there, there's 29 HP, so it was possible to get in, but Deepchill recognizes it and builds it up now.
Alakay sniping militia of Deepchill. Deepchill not even going for when the arms upgrade. He realized it would be of no use anymore.
Indeed.
I mean,
You already get a range up and you can just go for a few archers and clean it up and maybe have the eagles instead.
Meanwhile, Alakay abusing his crazy good mill by putting 8 on berries. Beautiful. 9 on berries.
A certified Rex builder.
Like, you realize there's how do you call it? Like something that appears a lot with us saying, like all high elo players do it, all good players do it, basically. What I wanted to say.
Don't take too much learning from Maro, would you? As you said, he is a clown, right?
Okay, yeah, true.
Alakay is still staying on one lumber camp again. Still slowly walling off. Well, realizing that he's probably got too many on berries now and sending 6 more onto the already very saturated wood line.
Maybe it's a really high level, a really advanced build order. You keep oversaturating every resource. Like first 20 on berries and 20 on wood, and he will send 10 on gold. And then in the end he will be evened out or something.
Yeah. Also, you also see Deepchill staying on one wood line.
Yeah. I think with Mayans you have a bigger time window to make a second lumber camp, right? Because you chop those trees a little bit slower. But by now, it hurts already.
This is hurting their ecos. You can now also see the first 2 archers coming into Alakay's base. Fetching already in, but we do see there's 6 skirmishers coming from to clean it up. No upgrades on them, but it should be enough still. I think the scout can easily clean the rest up now.
Deepchill has a really good base, I think, right?
Yes, woodlands will probably be the issue if the expanding, right? Probably a TC on the front stone to the woodland there, I guess.
And still he has a lot of wood lines that can't be reached. He has also gold that can't be reached.
Yeah.
And the Warlock was quite easy for mains, especially.
I'm still only going for adding the second archer range now, so he's probably... Not sure, I didn't check if he got horse collar first, but I would imagine so, right? Maybe not, actually. Maybe not.
Not sure. If I go into the tech tree, it will pause the game, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me 1 sec, I have to open my beer.
Feels like none of them are committing too heavily on anything at the moment.
So, what happened while I was gone?
Nothing.
Perfect.
Still only 1 range from Alakay. You have 2 ranges now from Deepchill, but it's just sticking home, right? Because he knows that there's skirms out already. So.
What's going on? Alakay has 20 on wood and is far from clicking up, like really far. Meanwhile, Deepchill just clicked up. Like, what's going on with Alakay's eco? There's nothing happening. What is he doing? Like, it's not like he can't macro. Like, if nothing's happening, you should be able to fix the eco bit.
Well, he clicks off quite soon, I guess, but yeah. I'm not sure exactly what's going on here.
Okay, I think he just abused the market a lot. Let me check with what prices.
He doesn't have a market Deepchill, so...
No, Alakay just sold a lot of wood and bought himself up. And Deepchill just added horse collar.
Yeah.
So, like, his second archery range was quite late, considering that he didn't get horse collar early.
I would actually love having eagle play in this case from Deepchill.
Really?
A triple barrack eagle play, I think that could be very strong here, right?
Ah, because it would like catch Alakay off guard, and he only has skirms at the moment.
Well, he knows that Alakay went for skirms. He knows he did not win for scouts, right? Which means that you're unlikely to see two heavy knight play, in my opinion. As Spanish, you can't really go into crossbows, so it's either conks or stables, right?
And
so I think just having he already has let's say 10 to 15 archers out, right? Upgrade them, and then you just use them to stop rewalls. And I think you can quite easily clean Alakay in early castle age.
And he also is gonna
at
go
least force a defensive castle, and you still have the opportunity to go into crossbows to counter the conquistadors.
Deepchill going for a forward,
or even just going skirms defensively and using the crossbows and eagles aggressively.
Deepchill's also adding forward siege workshop, and he doesn't know that Alakay is on stone. Alakay
castle going up on his main gold.
Yeah. Do you like the castle position?
Either that or to the side where both of his secondary golds are. But this one defends his base a lot more, so I don't mind it. Good reaction though, adding a second TC as well from Alakay. TC coming up all the way to the edge of the map for Deepchill. Also adding a third one as well.
Deepchill sniping one villager with his crossbows, no fighting with skills, and those skills are not elite skills yet.
Also no armor upgrades either, so...
Oh my god, that's such a terrible fight.
Well, he got the TC up, so I wouldn't mind it too much.
Alakay said in the chat that he doesn't like his castle position. Where should you have placed it, Alakay? Like, I thought ideal would be like be somewhere here in that area, but there's deep, like, it would have been denied with the crossbows if you placed a little bit more forward.
I think maybe instead of having a castle there, just add a siege force to defend that side and have the castle on the other side to defend the entire side as well as the gold spots. But
Deepchill going for the scorpions. I think Alakay really has to add mangles in this position, right? Like, only Kongs won't help him against crossbow scorpions. He has to maybe go mangle defense and Kongs raiding Deepchill. Yeah.
I think I would like to see, let's say, a few skirms out actually from Deepchill to counter the conquistadors.
But crossbows and scorpions should annihilate them as well, like in these numbers.
I'm thinking more in defense, to be fair.
Yeah.
I think you're actually catching out a few... Well, actually only getting one kill with the skirmishers. I think I would have preferred them Mangonel actually from Deepchill here. Mangonel and a few monks just to force the conquistadors to stop engaging.
Like, Deepchill learned a lot from Dragonstar. Dragonstar has like this rule. Like, actually, it's the rule of a three. Three rams, 3 scorpions, 3 mangonels or something. This time he's going for 2 scorpions, 2 rams, 2 mangonels, it seems. Not sure what's up with that rule, but yeah.
It feels not... I don't really like this. The manuals, they should be able to pressure alone in my head. You know that Alakay is going for conquistadors, so it's gonna take a long time before he can engage this. Add a few monks, you can also scale it quite easily away. You need to protect it better though.
I also don't like it too much because I think
In this case, it makes very little sense to me at battering rams, right? Because then you have to be all the way in close and you get the bonus damage versus rams for these conquistadors.
And with your army comp with scorpions and crossbows, you kind of force the enemy into going manuals as well. And those are also really good against rams. But I really would have liked to see Alakay to go for the manuals a bit earlier. I think they're...
the manuals out.
Yeah.
Well, that could be a good shot.
Oh!
Never mind.
Sick! Yeah, already so worth for deep from Alakay, I mean. Oh! The Scorpion doing a lot of damage there against the Kongs. But the Kongs doing so much damage against the siege as well. Couple of shots. If a couple shots hit, the siege goes down immediately. And the Scorpion going down. Yeah.
Yeah. The Scorpions and Rams there didn't do anything, right?
Oh my god, the value of that thing though. Holy shit. Yeah,
really unfortunate marker here from Deepchill though.
And he's on 3 TCs at least, yeah. Another castle going up by...
Oh, that's risky.
Oh, I got...
Oh, that's cheating wrong things.
Yeah, he needs more main nodes. It was a bit too early, I think.
He's making one, but it's still only 50% made, so... If you're throwing away a few to the castle fire though.
But yeah, I kinda don't like that everything in Deepchill's army comp gets countered by the main nodes. But then again, Alakay doesn't add the numbers to defend that well against them. Okay.
It does feel like Deepchill's eco should be better.
Yeah, he's just adding Bowsaw. Quite late.
Never mind what I just said.
I mean, it's okay to delay it a little bit if you're going for that push, but I think Deepchill had the resources to get Bowsaw a little bit earlier. But again, it's hard to focus on all these things at once.
It just feels like, let's say he adds 1 or 2 monks instead of adding the rams there. You can see just how small the groups Alakay is working with when it comes to conquistadors, right?
And Deepchill going for a wide move, just ignore the castles and go from the side. And Alakay doesn't have a wood anymore to produce main nodes. I don't understand, like, if he just went for main nodes from the start, it would have been that much better.
I think that's gonna be 4 dead Magnal soon though.
Yeah, that's 1 dead main node. 2, 3...
Yes.
Oh. At least 3, that's for 3 main nodes to 1 conk. That's a nice trade. But for 1 second he was in a really tight spot here, losing 1 TC. He tried to repair it for quite some while, so he lost all his wood, idling the rest of his eco.
Also, if you look at the resources from Deepchill, he's not that far off lacking Imperial.
Feels so strange, like... it
in the university as well.
Felt like Alakay's eco... or like Alakay is getting much better trades than Deepchill, but still his eco looks way worse than Deepchill's eco.
As simple as just having to add in... oh, that monster is a bit too forward. You need... well, he has the defense already there, so...
Yeah, and he also has the 2 buildings in the gap. And
but also I just don't like how Alakay is playing this at this point. He's playing without any map control at all. He's got 2 castles defending almost the same spot there, right? And you got a unit that really doesn't translate that well into Imperial Age.
I think... Okay, another nice snipe from Maynoods. It's a bit maybe his nerves. Deepchill wrecked him in a couple games before the show matches, and then he was kind of scared. And maybe it's affecting his play, because I feel like Alakay is usually playing better than this. Like, he's really good at sniping Magnals in this game, but it's like he doesn't play without a plan.
But still, how do you play this properly, right? You're playing Spanish, and you're gonna go against Mayans. Mayans have all the options in the world here. I don't really see that in the same way for Spanish, right? You have 2 options as Spanish here, and that's either going to go be full knight play or conquistador play.
I think Deepchill's preparing a big eagle switch.
But why?
Good question. Because the eagles are worse against Kongs, maybe? Or maybe
I don't get that.
maybe he's just preparing it if he needs it. Like if Alakay is going for a huge
He doesn't have the eco to do both at one moment.
And maybe he's just getting the upgrades to make sure he can switch them later easily. Yeah, he's now adding Bracer and Arbalest. And Alakay trying to get a good trade before Deepchill gets in the upgrades.
That should be clean. I think the comments should be cleaned up here though. Maybe not actually.
Even if they get cleaned up, it was still a good trade, right? Playing Deepchill a little bit longer. Alakay even got
needed for sure.
in with the will. Waterby is the Deepchill is available as Meat Shield.
I don't think that Deepchill was too late on to stone this game.
Attack with a will, kill. Oh, sad life. Yeah, the second time he's too late onto stone to start pushing with a castle, right? Like, let's see if he manages to push properly this time.
Because once again, Rams aren't really option, right? Because you're pushing into 2 castles with Conquistadors with bonus damage against it, so...
Yeah.
It's gonna need to be Trebs in my opinion.
And I feel like Alakay is expanding a little bit better than Deepchill at the moment. But in total I would... And Alakay is also a stronger eco than Deepchill at the moment. But then again, he didn't even click up to him yet. Will he just go full Khazach play here?
Well, he's too far off to click up to be there in time, right? So... He got less than 100 food in the bank at the moment and 200 gold, so...
Oh, unlucky conversion. Alakay trying to raid Deepchill's eco with 3 Kongs. Oh no, 3 Kongs. I'm gonna losing quite early. Meanwhile, a lot of Arbalest, Sandy Arbalest killing tons of Alakay's eco. And now already Alakay has a weaker eco than Deepchill, while not being up. I think this looks kinda GG, to be honest. I can't imagine.
Deepchill wins this, loses this, I mean, it's a much bigger throw than last game.
Yeah.
That was already quite a big throw in my opinion.
Is this... like... I mean, you can go a lot of skirms to defend against this, but... I think everything you can do at Spanish may survive a counter.
Well, he is adding in stables now, right? I think it's up to... I think it's 2 stables now. But I just don't see it. I just don't see it happening.
Don't worry, and Alakay's still adding the Kongs. They will wreck on the Arbalest, no time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as I thought, like Deepchill just prepared the eel push without like rushing it. He just wanted to have it ready as soon as he needs it. Just getting another armor upgrade. And yeah, now he's getting lead Eagle Warrior.
The only hope I think for Alakay is if he manages to catch out all reinforcements and just then manage to master up enough to get a proper cleanup, right? So he can then stabilize.
I think at this point Deepchill is preparing the Eagles as a death blow to Alakay. If he gets 20 Eagles into Alakay's huge farming eco, it will idle him for ages. And
I would just like him to buy 100 stone, go forward with the 15 villages and build a castle on that hill and then just tread down the front of Alakay's base.
That's too easy. Yeah, I think I also would do that. Like this hill, just put a castle on that and then start having those 2 castles and then all of the sweet ecos open to you.
It's not like... I think he knows that Alakay is kind of far away from being up as well.
It's not that far anymore, but I think he can't do it or he will die. I think he will actually force it now. He idled his Qs, not producing anything. Yeah, he clicked up. I think he will try to win. And he's still housed. It has been like 3 minutes already. I think I don't even see villagers building houses. And he doesn't have wood anymore to build enough houses. Oh my god, what's going on? Only 8 on wood.
If you're also being housed at 165 popped for 2 minutes, I think. So.
And now Alakay's adding bows. So. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh no. Ah. Oh my god.
That's
Beautiful.
like with Bloodlands and only +1 armor and nothing else.
I think Deepchill is Alakay is the same gameplay like last game. Lose early game. Oh no, lose, I mean mid game, lose mid game. And then raid the enemy to death. He's going full Hera. Look at those, at that Lamba camp and oh no, he's fixing it right now. Mind. Oh, Deepchill again with so many resources bang. Like, it looks like he should be able to kill Alakay any second. Still, no castle up in the middle. I think he's now sending villagers forward.
He does have elite eagles in now, +2/+4.
We missed a castle
Also getting the
in the south. Not sure which one it was.
Also Eldorado is now coming in for the eagles, which will make them tanky. Also just look at the production queue difference there, right? Yeah, Alakay with producing from both castle, I think, and then also adding in light cav, adding an eco behind it, and then you had just a minute or two of nothing being produced from Deepchill here.
Yeah, I'm also surprised. Like Deepchill, like he had the eco to produce huge numbers, but he just didn't do it. Like in both games already.
That's gonna be a lot of the villages from Deepchill on the bottom area, where all the outposts are up again.
Ah. Yeah. Ecos are about similar, but Deepchill having banked a lot more resources, but Alakay having more gold, much more gold actually. And he will go for a lot of trash units with Hassa spam.
I just don't get why Deepchill is not pushing harder.
And I just don't get why is Alakay never building houses. It's so frustrating. And now getting wheelbarrow. Oh my god. At minute 50. At 130 villagers.
It's like...
Oh my god.
Also, I don't like the choice of eagles against conquistadors at all. Yeah. Okay, trails are now finally coming out from the castle we asked for 10 minutes ago. Deeply adding a town center on the left extra gold. Relic still out in play.
A small skirmish between the Kongs and Eagles, the west. But yeah, Alakay just will hit and run. The Eagles are still getting a lot of hits in.
Still only light cav from Alakay with only +2 armor, so not the best upgrades there.
Yeah, but he has the Huss upgrade coming, and the last armor upgrades will the armor upgrades will only cost him food. No attack upgrades at all though. Yeah. If we look at the if the food price is again really good and Deepchill didn't sell anything, I'll be so mad actually. Let's see. Oh my god. 83 gold for 100 food, and Deepchill has more than 3k. He doesn't really spend it anyway, right? It's army comp.
Yeah. I don't think it's actually made too much equal for Mayans. Usually not with 100 to 110 villagers.
I imagine it can be. It's still okay if you expect a long game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you do say that it's floating. Well, mostly food to be honest, right? But it's still producing villages as well. 6 more villages in the queue, handcart on the way, and no army besides one tread being produced.
I would love to see like Deepchill adding halberdiers in as well, I guess, because he can't stay in gold units forever, and he has the melee upgrades anyway. The Arbalest halberdier should be a really good comp to fight Alakay as well.
Yeah, preferring to add the halberdiers instead of eagles. Just use the Arbalest numbers, right? And then you have halberdiers to kill the hussars, which will be coming in at the front. And this will be Conquistadors plus Hussar play from Alakay, right?
And big fight in the middle. Eagles
And once
rushing in.
again, not using the Arbalest at all to fight this.
It feels like both players are going full killer mode in the Feudal Age, like in last game for example. And then afterwards, the gameplay starts to slip a little bit.
Especially I would say the Imperial is a bit weird, right? It just feels like the macro is slipping a bit too often from my taste in the Imperial.
Yeah.
Also, if you think about the Feudal Age this game as well, it was almost nothing happening, right? Those, I think it was one militia that came out from Deepchill and one archer range, and it was men-at-arms and one range skirmish from without even any upgrades from Alakay. He's not even gonna get that tread, is he?
Alakay called it. Yeah, I mean I understand. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
it was GG.
Yeah. I agree actually. Deepchill had resources too. Like he could have deleted all of his villagers and fought on for like 10 more minutes.
Yeah, also almost 140 villages now, so an overboom for mains for sure.
Okay.
It just feels like Alakay didn't have many options here to me. Maybe think about if yeah, I don't like the conk play here. It's that simple.
Codwan is already mentioning that's like really boring gameplay. He can't wait to see the Codwan Halfdan matchup instead. I also messed up my Twitch chat, so the last half an hour I couldn't read what you guys were writing in chat. Sorry about that. Let's see the stats. So yeah, no surprise, Deepchill having much stronger eco. Also military score so much better for him actually. Twice largest army that was twice as big as Alakay's army, even though Deepchill only had gold units.
Yeah, it's just composition. The mains have so much more they can do in this game. And I think it's just so many more possibilities for the mains player, and it's so much easier to play as well.
Like, not sure. Alakay was the defender twice in a row now, but then again, I think it makes sense. Like Spanish against Mayans is just really rough, and the first game he kind of messed up, and then we waited for Mangudai. But yeah.
It also does feel like Deepchill lacks a bit of confidence in his Imperial play to me. He's really good at it feels like in Feudal Age, especially I think, and quite good also when it comes to the Macqueen Castle Age. But just transitions out in Imperial that feels a bit weird to me.
Yeah, I agree. Actually, I agree. And also, I think he just has to start gathering stone while he goes up to Castle Age. And like those two games, that's kind of hurt him a lot. Not doing that.
Well, especially in these positions, right? He knows that Alakay has two castles forward, right, which is protecting his eco, and nothing else is protecting it. So yeah.
And also I think a lot of the mistakes happening were a bit winners. Like in a ranked game, it doesn't matter too much. You play more relaxed, but in a show match like this, you you feel the stress a bit more. You get housed for 2 minutes, and then you get stressed out even more, and then you get housed for 10 minutes like Alakay. It's quite rough. Let us update the scoreboard. The scoreboard 1-1. So Sacrificio del Diablo having won the first game, and El Oro de Spring TV having won the second game. I want to check the chat a little bit because I couldn't read it before. Very disappointed. Castle should have been touching the barracks inside my base. Where are the donkeys? Forgot those. Villager donkeys and bomber towers, easy win. Spanish villagers all the way. Okay, so Alakay says, oh my god, sorry for you guys having to see it like this, Infinity Mirror. Alakay says that even against Project Belgium he wasn't as stressed out as in this game, so that's where the slip-ups came from. Actually, kind of disappointed we not also getting input from Deepchill, like what his thoughts were. Okay, let's hop into the next game.
And which game will that be?
That will be Byzantines against Britons. I feel like Deepchill is outdrafting Alakay a little bit, but yeah, Britons is always really strong. And what was this one? I think.
Oh, Byzantines is it's a weird city to play against. That's what I would say. I do think Britons are a fair bit stronger, but Byzantines is just difficult to play against.
And if there is a Civ where spamming skirms feels good as, except Vietnamese, it's also Byzantines.
Yeah, but you do get light cav with +4, right, as Britons, so...
But no bloodlines. On 3?
On 3, yeah.
1, 2, 3, go. Okay, Deepchill added that getting housed as many times as last game is quite normal for him. So probably he would be...
So basically he jumps 150 elo if he stops being housed then.
Exactly, he will consistently beat Spring TV if he stops getting housed.
I also struggle a lot with being housed, but it just throws off your builds a lot, and it also means that you're on the back foot from the get-go.
Deepchill has lovely berries this game. Perfect fit for the mill. Decent berries for Alakay as well, but probably the berry positioning is not too important. More important, I really like Alakay's base here. Holy shit, that's such a smooth wall off. Having 2 stones and 2 golds in the back of his base is also quite tall. Safe woodline. Like,
that's a really good base for him.
Yeah.
Also very good for expanding later on. He's quite a bit open at the front there, but well, it's easily wallable.
Yeah. And Deepchill space is actually a bit awkward. Like, to some degree it's really nice to wall off. And then one
like
side...
it's nice late game, but
yeah.
not the best in feudal and castle.
But then again, I feel like the north is probably not an area that Alakay will attack from, because his archers won't be that mobile. He will try to attack from that... Okay, yeah. Deepchill has Mount Everest in front of his base, so maybe that can become a issue late game. Or also a huge advantage if whoever gets a castle up on that huge hill first will be in a really good position. Like, that's such a great hill to launch attacks from, actually.
Well, it's more important for Deepchill, right, if you look at where his secondary golden stone is.
Yeah.
Also closer to his base than it's to Alakay's base.
Yeah. But also, if he gets a castle up there, he defends a lot of his space. And if Alakay gets this hill, he can attack Deepchill quite well from there. Yeah, but yeah...
it's a bit similar to the hill last game, right? You think about the hill in front of Deepchill's base, Alakay's base last game.
Yeah, that's true, but this one was the last one wasn't as huge as this one. Beautiful. Cordon is saying it's honestly amazing how the game for most players in DAO improved in a couple months.
Oh, Deepchill is actually running into the TC here.
Oh,
that's 24 HP lost, so that hurts. There's a slow reaction from Alakay as well, actually.
So no quick gate to force the attack onto the scout. Sad.
I don't think that would have been too easy. Militia on the way from Alakay. Probably a Drush, actually. Maybe Man at Arms if you're sending. It could be Man at Arms, or is it not? Alakay is slightly housed.
Yeah, but not too terrible. Couple seconds. What do you think about Alakay going Drush here? Probably. Yeah, not sure. Will it be a Drush Flash, a Drush FC? What do you think?
I think Drush FC as written is very strong.
Quick gate, very nice.
It's only three. That's 3 more hits from Alakay's scout, and it's goodbye scouts.
I never understood that. Like, why are scouts and empires able to catch up to each other? Like, if he gets a hit in, he's like half a tile behind, right? How is he able to catch up at some point?
I think it's just every single time if the scout runs completely straight without moving to side, it won't really change. Alakay being housed again, actually, doing loom now.
Oh, okay, that's a bit.
Because every single time they change the directions, the scout from behind takes a little bit in on it.
Okay, so in a situation like a Deepchill's right now, he should have went for his own TC in a straight line, and then he might have been fine.
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh, Alakay actually running into the TC with his militia, so losing one there and half the HP on the second one.
Oh my god, I didn't even notice. That's rough. Let's see what I see. I love to toggle on the Fog of War. I know Motions hates it, but I really like to see how the players are seeing the game.
Alakay actually walling with never mind, he realized this involves the Stragglerty out as well. Alakay now in the woodland from Deepchill, being a bit annoying.
He will. Oh, okay, I was afraid that he might even get that villager. That scares him away. I think Alakay is taking fights that are too long here. Like, there are so many villains in the same spot. He won't win these fights, actually. He has to take small engagements.
He's just doing idle time, right? Weakening the villages as well. I see him running away with villages here.
Yeah.
I think this is very worth it for Alakay.
Blocking that villager, but he can't.
Should be too far out, so.
And now the woodline is thinning a little bit, but he won't be able to kill something. Yes,
yeah, but this is idle time. This is a great rush just because of idle time, right? It's the only woodline he has, and you can also see that he's not doing anything, right? He's up to feudal and he has barricade, but he has not added anything. Also idle time and his TC doesn't have food. Sent 6 onto the berries. Yeah, this is an extremely successful rush.
Wanna pause at 11:20 so we can see how many resources. Okay, 11:20 it's paused. Want to see how many resources Deepchill's behind here because of the idle time. We don't have capture H on. Sorry for that. Let's see. Yeah, like 50 more wood for Alakay at this point. 80 more food, but that's the cheap bonus, I guess. A lot more gold. Yeah. Let's say like at least 50 wood. I think probably even more. We have to compare how many are on wood for each player. Okay.
I also do think that when it's happening, right? This is happening just when he hits feudal age. He had idle time, he had to go off his berries, I think he did. He had only one lumber camp, so that was probably half of them idle at some point, and he also had to send 3 or 4 back, I think.
Yeah.
It looks like he might actually lose one now as well, so.
Okay, we can start. We can start soon again. We just want to add that Deepchill wasn't idle in the meantime. He's preparing a Thrush on Alakay. A Thrush and Skirm play, I think. In 3, 1, 2, 3, go. And the will goes down, but Alakay.
Also the I'm not that's not worth it, I think.
Yeah, like losing the Scout feels really bad at this point.
I do think Alakay should be up now. He is not.
Okay,
Tower is up.
Now sees the tower. And he went for that really beautiful Wolof. Such a nice base.
Look at Alakay's resources actually. He's not clicking off this soon.
He went too early on gold, right? Way too
Must
early.
be. Yeah.
Now he's isling his CC.
He has to.
Oh yeah, but
I think.
Yeah.
I think he actually overinvested, used too much time on the Drusher. His eco is in shambles behind it.
But Deepchill's not able to afford another tower because he's not on stone. So Alakay should be able to ball this off quite well.
So just skirmish is right. They do 1 damage at the moment. So now Alakay is on the way up. He won't have the resources to click up the castle immediately, I think.
I mean, Deepchill might be putting the pressure on Alakay here, but it's also a lot of idle time for him.
And that's
Okay,
he doesn't even have horse quarters on those farms. So.
Oh, moment he got in, I didn't even realize that Alakay wasn't building the house. Okay, now it's rough. Now it's really rough, Alakay. Well, what happened here?
Well, it's 1 low HP scout. It's skirmishes without any resources.
But Alakay doesn't have anything yet.
You can fight this off with the villagers easily.
Okay, that might be true actually. Yeah. And Deepchill being super housed again, and now adding another house. And he has the stone soon to drop another tower. Yeah. Okay, actually does skirms with 1 damage only. Not that scary.
And also, now that he's upright, it's also get more HP on the houses, I think. I think this should just be counter-towered. Well, I can actually just leave that thing to go for the other woodland. You should have enough of them to choose for.
I think Alakay... Oh, no, he sees it actually.
Okay, well, I think he needs to practice his Drush build or a bit more. Still lacking over 100 foot to click up.
Preemptive tower on Alakay's main gold. This would have
I like
been
that.
such a nice base if he was able to keep Deepchill out. Like now it hurts him a lot that all his resources are on his back. Kinda strange, actually. Imagine being punished for having all your resources in the back. The irony.
He is up now though, so yeah. And let's say he gets 6 or 7 crossbows out with the Bodkin, written crossbows. You can just micro that forever.
And really nice ball off again by Alakay. Yeah, I think Deepchill won't be able to get any damage in. Like in villager kills at least. Both being...
It wouldn't surprise me if Alakay just goes for TC on his main stone here and just uses that to kill the tower.
Huh.
Another tower going up here.
Okay.
Fetching is still not in actually.
Alakay
It would have been really sick if Alakay actually walled in that army now.
Alakay is soon running out of woodlines though. And he doesn't
I can just open the front, right, and just go there.
Ah, yeah. Alakay doesn't have the stone to drop a tower RTC immediately after he's up.
He does have a market though, so we're building a market at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going forward with a couple of archers.
And
Deepchill is adding in scouts.
Deepchill didn't even click up yet, and he is only.
He's going full field there.
Yeah,
has to be.
And he spotted those archers. That's really sick, actually. Quite impressive that he finds those. Before the upgrades are in to that archers, quite rough.
It's gotten messy, that's for sure.
And now Alakay bought the stone as you like in the prophecy you made, and it's dropping her forward TC now. That should go up. Like he still doesn't have fletching. Alakay should be fine here, but he forgot to produce villagers, some idle farmers. Meanwhile, yeah, it really looks like Deepchill will never click up.
Well, Deepchill does have control of both the... now actually Alakay is counter-towering at the front there.
Yeah, and he can clean up those 0 upgrade skirms quite easily with those sprint crossbows. Like, now, I think...
Yeah, this should be Alakay's game now.
Yeah. If he sends 10 crossbows forward...
I like to see him just going forward and battering down the tower with the villagers.
Yeah. Like, just send in your farming eco and kill that one. There's no army to protect it right now. And also, if he sends 10 crossbows forward, he should be able to kill all of Deepchill's eco.
But even then, it's if you think about the tower, it's still a watchtower without fetching versus Balkan tower in Castle Edge, so...
Yeah, but...
200 more HP and more damage, so...
Moment. Then again, because he has Spotkin, the 5 villagers only shoot 3 extra arrows. And that can hurt in a tower fight, actually. Meanwhile, Deepchill's tower is shooting 1 arrow per villager, and each extra arrow does like 5 damage against stone buildings. So I think Botkin hurts Alakay in this position.
I didn't know that, to be honest.
Yeah, you can compare it though, right? Alakay's, if you're clicking Alakay's tower, he's only shooting 3 extra arrows.
Yes, it's... So that's gonna be those cleaned up, and Deepchill is still actually sitting on the same wood line. Oh god. That's 20 villagers on the same wood line. If we get Deepchill space.
Oh yeah. Like, I love how aggressive Deepchill plays, but he is going full Hoang eco sometimes, because he always only looks at the front. But then again, okay, now he realizes and stopping a lot of farms. I think he has also too many on stone. Like, if he is up, he can do it. To maybe drop a castle, but not like this. You're already committed too much too late. Also
I'm not sure what he's thinking at the moment, to be honest.
Yeah. I also think Alakay should have a crossbow number soon to deny all extra towers to anything that Deepchill wants to drop. Let's see, what is Alakay doing? I don't see his army actually. There are a couple of crossbows got picked off by...
Well, he has 1 military, so...
Oh! Oops. And he doesn't have a farming eco to support villager production from both TCs.
Because he's idle in that case. He got 16 farms, so...
At this point, I would just add a siege club in a main mode, because the main mode will be great against Britain skirm spam anyway. And you can take out the towers quite easily with them.
I should go for a ram here, actually.
Yeah, that's also great, yeah.
There isn't really any thing to discourage him from going for a ram here.
Yeah, yeah. They probably open for Ram, and then you have a siege shop if you want to transition to manuals against the skirms. Yeah.
30 is he coming up from Alakay now?
And Deepchill finally clicked up the Castle Age. Like, Alakay didn't use his Castle Age too much so far.
It's just position-wise, right? Alakay is now full vault, he's cleaned up the forward here. We'll do quite soon, he's on 3 TCs. He already getting a few crossbows out. He has all the possibilities open for him, whereas Deepchill has to go trash, I guess?
If Deepchill doesn't drop a castle... Okay, no, he's going for defense. He will go for guard towers, I guess? Guard tower defense against the crossbows?
Guess that has to work.
I mean, why... Like, maybe he just forgot that he has that many on stone, but now that he has that much stone bank, it makes sense to defend himself. Like, one more... Yeah, and he also has a couple of towers for the space. One more here. Maybe.
Force column now coming in from Deepchill.
Whew. Like, those two guys hate eco upgrades.
No upgrade on those guns are +1 defense. Also got +1 defense on the scouts, so it looks like there'll be knights coming out now from Deepchill.
Yeah. And now he has to start to drop a castle. Where will he drop it?
I don't like how Alakay is just sending in a few archers at once.
Yeah, like
just masked up 20.
Alakay had a really good kill death ratio at some point, and then he kept sending in his units one by one, and all of them got picked off by Deepchill.
Same here, right? That's
okay, now
losing 4 units.
Oh my god, I think Deepchill might win this. Like, if this castle goes up, I think Alakay will die. Oh my... Alakay is just not producing military, really.
It shouldn't go up, though.
Huh. We'll see. Alakay is on 1 archery range. 2 archery ranges, but he is only producing from 1.
I was just thinking, just build a tower there, watchtower.
He sees it. Go.
Also, you should have the range for it. That's the tower coming up. Yeah. This should be a DAO tower, I think. That castle, I mean.
But the 6 crossbows are not enough to one-shot. I think he might even delete a house here to get more. No, he's
not going to delete.
Yeah. Okay.
That's never going up.
Okay, that's a rough one for Deepchill. Every game I say I wish Deepchill would just build a castle, and now he tries to do it, and it's going full Titanic. Another castle, a bit more back.
Even get the conversion against Deepchill there.
And doesn't seem like Alakay is reacting to a castle. Yeah, 30% already. Now Alakay is reacting.
Castle doesn't really matter that much, right? But it's still too low HP. Oh, he has the army there too.
60%.
Oh god, he's gonna lose a lot of villagers though.
Yeah.
He has the army there to force it up, but...
It feels like Deepchill doesn't care at all about eco, and not at all, but he really cares about his position. Like, where he plays. So aggressive, so forward. Yeah. I think he will be glad that he finally gets his castle up, even if he loses a couple of villagers. Okay, but Alakay is already at almost 100 villagers, meanwhile Deepchill is scratching at the 60.
This is just gonna be a bit of defense coming in from... we did talk about how backwards all the resources from Alakay was, right? Blackstones, back golds. Just he has everything he needs to just sit back, tower, get a castle up, trap it down with his Imperial. With a bit better eco, get onto Arbalest.
And now
it's such an easy plan for him at the moment in my head.
And now all the towers around in the space kind of help him out by defending. And he evolved off the back of his base by now really nicely. I think. And now he has to start with a castle himself. Where would you place it in Alakay's position?
Around the monastery. Well, that works. Probably would have done it 1 or 2 tiles more forward, I think. Is Deepchill thinking about imping maybe? No, not even close, so...
If he idles for 20 minutes? Big fight going on in Alakay's base. Getting some knights down, but he can't win this fight, but will buy himself enough time for this castle.
Castle is up as well.
Yeah, and now... Oh, Deepchill.
I'd like to see him trying to re-wall behind that, but that's difficult with all the farms there. I think I was thinking about it actually.
So many low HP knights. Good thing that Byzantines have really fast healing monks. So that would be that would actually be a really good play here. Alakay loves his 30 idols.
I think he was thinking about clicking up now, so
yeah.
Down to 20 idols now, but he needs to fix that, yeah.
Oh god. Let's see how's Deepchill's eco looking. Deepchill's also... Oh, he's a Byzantines, right? He also just clicked up. I totally forgot about that, actually. So really smart from Alakay to force himself up it early. Like, it wasn't even early, to be honest.
That's why I said that I was wondering if it was up though, so... But yeah, now this should just transition into... I can even do War Warfare, right?
I love how Alakay is fighting with Deepchill's towers with crossbows because he outranges them anyway. Right? No, he doesn't. Oops.
It's the same range.
So he's fighting towers with his crossbows with a beast.
I can microing it as well, but he lost one there, so... I think it's more just him not noticing.
Okay. Yeah. Oh my god, look at him. Okay, no. Huh?
30 C coming out from Deepchill. Once again, oversaturating his main gold quite badly. That's 22 villages on 3 gold bows left.
One sec.
Main gold in the back of Deepchill's base. By the market.
Ah, yeah. I can't see Alakay losing this game anymore. He is up early to him. Now immediately traps, and then he's fine. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
And
also, as soon as the stones get another castle up, so...
His wood eco is kinda lacking at the moment, but I think it will stabilize soon. And then he will have a stone to put another castle at the front, and then he can just push Deepchill. But Byzantines have almost 7k HP in that castle. He might be able to hold a bit against that. Alakay again with wheelbarrow at minute 42. It's like...
See, that's been learning at the School of Nicol.
Yeah.
I wouldn't actually mind Alakay just sending forward a few light cat to the base now of Deepchill. Look at how open that is.
It's also crazy. Alakay gets housed so much, but he only drops the houses with one villager each. He doesn't care, man. He doesn't. He doesn't need production anyway. But yeah.
I actually would like to see Alakay just starting to hit tread with his Arbalest.
Oh yeah.
It ranges the castle at the moment, so...
Yeah, true. Oh, and I think you heard...
He's actually doing that, so... nicely done by him.
Yeah.
It's plus 4 knights now, but... well, it's 18 plus 4 knights, and... Cavaliers are not close to clicking in, sadly.
Do you just call it if this castle goes down? If you're Deepchill? No, he still has some resources banked, and he. Oh no, that's Alakay. Okay. Yeah.
Call it when the first castle gets denied, to be honest.
Yeah, I think he just trusted the early imp of Byzantine. So right.
I would probably, when the first castle doesn't go up, I think I would ask, what's your pop? And if it's above, let's say 20 me, I will just resign.
Okay, that's fair, that's fair. But then again, he would know that okay, it's missing every eco upgrade, and then with 20 pop more might be even less.
Yeah, I know. I know what you mean, but...
Okay, so no bloodlines Byzantine Cavaliers, but with full armor upgrades against a little Britain Arbalest. And Deepchill securing the hill with some archery rangers.
He will actually win that fight, I think, if he takes it, but...
Yeah, it's
I think he just needs to win more than that.
Yeah, 20 Cavaliers against 20 Arbalest. That's quite one-sided, I think.
I really don't like how Alakay is playing that with two groups of them, right?
Yeah, like the whole game already, and Deepchill happily takes those fights. Like, look at that, Alakay. I mean, I know he wants to sneak, armies into Deepchill's base, but it hurt him so much winning this game.
It's just not necessary, right?
Yeah.
At this point, he should know that he's way ahead of him. Just go for a regular full push with 40 Arbalest or more.
And Deepchill, Alakay is not going for the flags as Deepchill. He's not going for the I'm gonna kill your Britain Cavaliers play, but he's adding Halberdiers now to his Arbalest. That should secure him the win, but also he overboomed quite a lot. Like 144 villagers, 6-1 Q. And Deepchill's eco will start to look okay in a couple minutes, I think. If he sends those into wood soon. I think the game should be over, but if Alakay doesn't start pushing quite soon, Deepchill's breaking the game, I think.
Oh, he's still far off it in my opinion, but he's lacking so much upgrades, right? He has skirmishes without even fletching.
Okay, and oh yeah, and Alakay's space is nicely secured. Like, he actually wanted to go for a huge raid as soon as he saw the Arbalest leaving, but Alakay's base is just too nice, to be honest. Like, no way that Deepchill can raid him.
It's open on the top though, so... If you get the top, it's overshopped there, so it's completely open at the back. 10 idle villages around the house.
And small fight in the middle. Pincer attack, Halberdiers and Arbalest. Deepchill is losing a lot of Cavaliers, and that's most of his army, right?
Probably kills 4 or 5 outlets, I think, and nothing more.
He's taking it downhill, maybe like 6 or 7 even. But then it will be over.
I think Alakay lost on like 7 Arbalest there. Now he has Frebs.
Did he just delete the castle? As a flex? What happened there?
I think he deleted the castle.
What a flex.
And another castle going up at the same place.
And now, being Britons and taking Mount Everest in front of Deepchill space, like, this is really rough.
Yeah. It's now double the population from Alakay. Better army, right? Another dot castle from Deepchill in front of his own days. That's a harsh doubt castle, to be honest.
Yeah.
Oh. Look at the woodland in the back for Deepchill.
Yeah.
That's 50 villages shopping. Less than 10 trees now.
I mean, Yeah, maybe he's still confident because he still has like about 100 power and more than 90 wills. But there's no way that he can stop this push. Alakay will just rip through his space, tear through his space, go straight through the middle and destroy everything. And it's not like Deepchill has some big eco somewhere else on the map. But Alakay is looking for that actually, of X resources. Keep making outposts. Keeps making outposts. Okay.
He paused at this point as well.
Alakay said, I had so many idols, I just spam clicked my wills and deleted my wills without castles. Oh my god. That's why I deleted the castle. Oh my god.
Save delete, Alakay, save delete.
What a beast, man. He also really liked FC into TC delete in order. It was like his specialty. Yeah, Alakay, you have to enable save delete, man. If you're not douching, you kinda need it. Look at those arbalests at Deepchill's woodline in the south of Deepchill's base. Ah, okay, he realized. But those looters. Yeah, now he calls it.
GG. It feels like these games go so long after they are done to me.
Yeah.
Or should be done.
I mean, I sympathize with that because I love the cockroach, and I will keep playing even when I know and I'm dead, because I hope my enemy will throw like Deepchill did in game 1. But yeah. At which point was this game over? When first failed castle, you said?
First failed castle because that's the only pressure point they can do too much from. I think Alakay, when he sees that castle goes up, he knows that he probably needs to get up.
Yeah, that was good awareness by Alakay, I think. Do you agree with Deepchill, like realizing, okay, Alakay is going to rush FC with Aspirants, I have to do damage now? Did you like Deepchill's rush this game?
Yeah, actually has got a lot of Alakay's map rights, and I think maybe just going archers behind it would have been the play, right? Don't go too much in the trash, but just go use the trash, but then you just force them off woodlands, and then you just put pressure on behind it with archers. Because this ended up being a trash with skirms right behind it, which doesn't really do damage then.
Yeah. And it's also hard on the eco as well. Also, I think Alakay had a really good base here. I think maybe Deepchill would have been able to kill him a bit more if Alakay's base was a bit worse. Like if he hadn't I think actually his back woodline he didn't take in Feudal Age. In Dark Age, I mean.
We also have to say that Alakay's trash fast castle wasn't the best this game either.
Yeah, so he would have been up to Feudal way earlier usually, and then could have counter-towered earlier. Also his palisades would have had a little bit more HP as well as houses. So it kinda hurt him.
If you look at the uptimes there, I think it's up to Feudal Age at almost 15 minutes. 1458 and Castle Age at about 1940.
Oh, yeah.
That's not a good Drush FC time. I think you can do 16 or 17 minutes with Drush fast castle, right?
I have no idea, to be honest. But I'm still quite surprised how little Alakay was able to use his early castle age. Like, obviously, he had a really weak position on the map. He had to clean a lot of in his base first. But I think he wasted so many units by sending them in one by one. Like, he lost so many Breton crossbows against feudal skirms with no upgrades. That's so strange to see.
So usually a Drush fast castle build is 28 villages up to Feudal Age, I think, and then plus 2 up to Castle Age. What would be the time for that? Do you have that in your head?
No idea.
So
Okay.
I think he probably had about 2 minutes later than he should have had with that build.
Yeah, I
That's
think
up to feudal, I mean.
going that heavy onto golds that early was just delaying him too much.
Yep.
Yeah, and maybe he just forgot adding farms at some points because he was also under pressure and lacked a bit of space.
Maybe.
Okay, so let's update the scoreboard, improvised scoreboard. Sacrificio del Diablo is in lead with 2 wins, winning with first and third game. Meanwhile, El Oro District TV won the second game. This might turn out to be a really, really close show match, right? I'm not even sure how my prediction would be. While Alakay has the lead right now, I feel like Deepchill looked much stronger in the first 2 games.
I actually agree. I think it should be 2-1 to Deepchill if things play out normally.
So maybe we might expect a sweep victory by Deepchill, winning the next 2 games. It's quite possible.
But he has looked shaky at times as well, right? With his transitions, and I'm not sure what the steals are for the next game, but it feels like
Franks versus Teutons.
Frank versus Teutons, and Alakay is playing Teutons. Well, I think Deepchill has practiced quite a bit of Frank's play, so that could be. I think he has a very clean Frank's builder there, if my memory serves correctly.
Yeah, and also I think he practiced it a lot, and he really shines in Feudal Age, right? Maybe he is able to abuse that Frank power spike, but if the game drags on for too long, like they usually did so far, I would always prefer Teutons, I guess.
Why?
Franks don't get bombard cans, do they? Oh, no,
They do.
They do, okay. What can Franks do against elite Teutonic Knights?
Not very much, but it's unlikely that it will happen.
Oh my god. Alakay has to go for that, actually. Let's see.
Oh, it'll be exciting to see at least, but I don't think we will see it that sadly. It would have been a proper masterpiece though, if it happens.
I'm at 10 minutes. 10 seconds, not 10 minutes.
I'm also at 10 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. Alakay says elite Teutonic Knights are best counter for the throwing X-Men. Exactly, they only take 1 damage from her throwing at X-Men if they're fully upgraded. And I think they lose 1 versus 1 against Frankish Paladins, but I think they're like still okay as a unit against them.
Cost effective, I think they are.
Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, go.
So, Chaos this time.
Quite interested if Deepchill's going 19 or 20 pop scouts. I think he once mentioned that he always goes 20 pop. Which I don't like, actually. I feel like 19 pop is so nice to get into any base before he's vault.
Is that with Franks or generally, would you say?
Mostly Franks, or like any Sith that has a really good bonus, eco bonus. If you don't like, I think Magias would struggle with the eco a little bit if they go for that. Like on Franks, it's the strongest.
So, the Siths I usually go faster than 20 pop scouts would be Franks, Mongols, and maybe Indians if I have a good build order.
Yeah, so the Franks and Indians would usually go 19 pop. Because I think Indians also could easily afford a horse collar before dropping your first farm, even then.
Deepchill now finding all of his resources. Alakay space is really open at the front there, also having a front main gold, but does have a back barriers.
I think he actually has to wall a bit wider here, from the wood line kissing the edge of the map to the secondary gold, and then from the wood line on the right to kissing the edge of the map to his main gold, like in that direction something. Then he will have like 2 secured wood lines and secured stone and gold and berries as well.
Feels like just using the main gold as part of your wall here would be fine to me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then I really like his base actually if he goes for that wall, but he needs a vision for that, which he has actually. Let's see if he'll do that. Deepchill space looks harder to wall. Like the sides are really easy wall-offs, but
I think it will be much the same, right? Wall to your berries and up to the top there, and then just wall off the sides.
yeah,
and it's fine. It's a bit of a long wall off again, but
yeah, like the middle is
it'd be quite easy to wall.
The middle is quite vulnerable, I would say. Like with a long
Yeah,
wall.
but it's close to your TC, right? So you should be able to re-wall it.
Ah, yeah, that's true actually. So I would say both have decent maps.
Decent maps, I would say. So.
But I also would prefer Alakay's map here. He has those Viper map hacks because he's player 4.
Well, only bad thing could be your main gold here, right?
Ah, yeah, that's true. That can hurt. But again, he's 2, and I was about to say he's Fangs, so he will get up that early castle to secure it. No. Yeah, gold-wise, Deepchill is in a much better position.
Yeah, I agree actually. One for forward, second or third gold, I guess, but the rest should be quite easy to take.
Deepchill is going for the 20 pop scones because he has 3 on wood.
You have 2 on wood, I guess, with 90 pop?
Yeah. And then you send like 8 onto wood after you clicked immediately.
Not pushing any deer though.
Yeah, what are you doing for scouts? So I wasn't even looking. Oh my god, Deepchill still looking for Alakay, hasn't found him yet. Oh, that's...
Well, Alakay has not found Deepchill either, so...
Okay, no idle time for Deepchill basically. Both missing each other by a bit, but I think both realize now where our enemy is, because Alakay has the deer in his vision.
Yeah.
And Deepchill now sees the berries. And now Alakay is quite open. There's no way Alakay can wall his base in time. So Deepchill should be able to get in with scouts.
Agreed. That should be advantage Frank's right, with extra HP.
Yep.
What is... Well, forget what I said about extra HP here.
Oh my god. That was quite beautiful by Alakay.
Also very sloppy by Deepchill, just standing around there with his scouts.
Yeah, he was trying to like wall in Alakay's scout.
Ah. I see.
So actually insane micro here by Alakay. He ran away with his scout, meanwhile taking so much HP from Deepchill's scout.
This does mean that Alakay's wall-off will be a lot easier, right?
Yeah, because Deepchill engaging against the villager, but yeah, he can't fight it, he's too low. I think Alakay is going for the short wall. Yeah, and oh my god, is Alakay losing his soul here?
Okay, fight.
Oh my god. Oh no! No, Alakay!
That's so slop. Oh, it went down as well.
At least 1-1, but yeah.
Sloppy still. Spearman coming forward. Alakay will be quite soon with fully walled here.
And
Not the Yanis scouts though.
I actually like his wall of more than what I suggested now because he went for the wall a bit later than I would have done. So walling the tide is a lot better in this situation.
Yep. There's still 2 idols at the front there, realizes now. And only a bit late with the scout production here.
Okay.
I don't think we will see too heavy scout play here. It feels more like adding 2 or 3 just to be safe and then trying to click up.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Deepchill kept trying to get into Alakay's base through the backside. Now realizes that Alakay is open to the front. He didn't scout the part that is entirely open so far. Oh my god, that's quite rough. And now Alakay will be able to close it off, actually.
Deepchill once again being quite heavily housed.
Beautiful. Like, oh my god, he's not scouting it. Like, Alakay... It would have been so much, like, annoyance he could have done in Alakay's base if he just scouted that part of his wall. Now Alakay is fully walled.
This feels very even to me though. It's gonna...
A big difference.
I think this will just go to cost late and we'll see nice from both players.
And Deepchill house again and also still fully open. Fully open. And Alakay is fully walled now and can just bring all his scouts forward to Deepchill's base and be annoying there. Deepchill housed again for a second, but now it's fine. So let's compare. It wasn't too bad. Maybe Alakay was also housed because he lost one will, right? No, they even. Huh. Yeah, no, never mind then. Yeah, but
yeah, none of them are committing it too heavily against to anything, right? It's just gonna be slowly walling off. Maybe gets that farm? Nope.
Oh! Okay, no, I'm just being annoying. Not sure if that was worth it. Yeah, I guess. Just Alakay keeps forcing the actions. But I think usually eco-wise, Deepchill should be in a better position just because he had that instant horse collar and I'm not sure if Alakay got it.
I think Alakay might be slightly faster up.
Okay, and Alakay...
He's a bit early on to gold, whereas Deepchill still is a bit low, I think.
Yeah, and...
Depends a bit on how much eco they are adding now.
Alakay has horse collar and Deepchill is getting wheelbarrow at the moment. So he should arrive with a stronger eco in Cars Age while being delayed a bit. But
They're very similar eco-wise actually. It's probably gonna be less than half a minute between them, I think.
Also Deepchill invested more into scouts, right?
Yeah, but he also has the bonus with horse collar for free rides, so...
Yeah.
I think it equals quite nicely out there.
And the longer the game goes, the stronger the tuned Nico should be compared with the really cheap farms. It's crazy how much wood you will float at some point. Yeah, Alakay has only 6 on wood and clicks up now.
Is he missing building or there he is. Blacksmith. So once again being a bit late onto the second building to click up. I guess that's also difficultly following. Very close matchup at the moment. I think I would prefer having Franks in this case just because you can get chivalry and faster production rates later on.
But the pikes and later halberdiers are so strong.
But wouldn't you just add in throwing axemen then?
And even they do 2 damage less, right?
Yes, that's true I guess, but it just feels like Franks... It feels like with cheaper castles and everything you can probably do more in map control then I guess, and I'm not sure. They feel quite similar, but I think it really depends on how the game unfolds to me. If we get onto an imp situation with a big knight army, so I think I prefer having Franks, but if you start changing into trash and stuff like that, I think I'll prefer Teutons.
I think one of the biggest issues that I see in this matchup is actually Teutons not getting husbandry. Because that means basically that Deepchill can choose every fight that he wants to take.
Indeed, indeed.
I guess if I was Alakay, I would go heavy onto eco, and later for knights I would add in a lot of monks, I guess.
Okay, immediately going for both farm and wood upgrades, so...
Yeah, I've never knew, like, is that... what's better, to immediately drop 2 TCs or immediately get the eco upgrades and then drop TCs? Like, Alakay is getting 1 TC and both eco upgrades. Is that the best approach to the situation? I have no idea.
As Teutons, I think I probably will go for the 30 TC instead.
Because
because you have cheaper farms already, so you're probably floating a bit more go than you usually would do anyways.
Yeah. But also the first farms will start to run out around this time, right? So having heavy flow at that point is quite nice.
Indeed.
Deepchill, meanwhile, instantly dropping 2 TCs, but like 1 TC only with 2 villagers. Usually you would want to drop a TC with 3 or 4, right?
It's not that much of a difference, to be honest. It's of course a bit faster. It's also more idle time, you could say, for villagers. So.
Okay, so in Castlade, Teuton Knight should be the Frank Knight, right?
Yeah. I also see that there's no upgrades on the Frank Knights. Well, I actually just got +1, so that's the equal upgrade, but of course you get 1 extra melee armor as the Teutons.
And Alakay is adding the monastery early this game. I love that. I want him to take those relics and then... Okay, getting heavily housed, nice. And then use those monks, because monks
He's
are
in though.
Great. Oh yeah, beautiful. And he's taking that engagement.
I think that would have been about equal, right? It's 8 versus 9. Yeah, I'm not sure who will win that.
Monks are so nice against knights, and it's...
Well, it's Teutonites though, so...
Yeah, exactly, that's why I want to go... Alakay to go for quite some monks. Because it's really hard for Deepchill to take engagements then, especially. Also, he can go for monk defense to a certain degree. And getting housed again. Sick. Meanwhile, Deepchill is doing a better job not getting housed.
For now.
I agree.
I don't see a house coming up at the moment, so...
And Alakay's monk gets picked off by the Frank scouts. That's bad.
Alakay still...
Alakay trying to break into Deepchill space.
He's in.
Oh my god. And the monk should do nothing against Teutons. Yeah.
It's not the best fight, so he should just take the village there, I think.
No, he's... Oh, he's not well done.
I would have taken that fight.
I think he maybe wants to heal up, not sure. But well, I only see Deepchill heal up once in the series so far, in the castle, not with monks. So I'm not sure how much they do it.
I mean, Alakay should have taken that fight, I think. If he wins that fight, he immediately kills. You have equal numbers, right? So
yeah,
he has...
I also met Alakay, but Alakay has a lot of low. Not a lot, but quite a couple low units. I was thinking maybe he wants to heal them up first, but it doesn't look like it.
I guess Deepchill lost his scouts now, right? I don't see them anywhere.
Yeah, they fought against one knight. Died.
And good use of them, right?
I mean, they got a monk before, so it's fine. And Alakay now adding his own monks. So
Would you like to see him just grabbing the relics here? He knows that they shouldn't be maybe have one monk standing there. That should be the one, the villager.
just get redemption, start converting the stables. That
Or
would be
not.
sick. Yeah.
One conversion.
I think. Ah, that's a interesting fight, but Alakay has +2. I think he should win this even under VTC. Oh my
Should
god,
win that, yeah.
he forgot to attack the monk for ages, but it doesn't matter anyway. And Deepchill
That's
dropping the
GG.
panic to, castle.
I would call that GG.
Yeah. I mean, Alakay can just. Okay, he's adding.
You can
spearmen.
completely ignore the TCs there, right? Just don't think about the castle even. He might probably not gonna get in there.
No,
Well,
he's
he's in.
in.
Never mind.
Oh my god, yeah, he won't deny it, but it's so many dead villagers here. Oh, actually? Oh my god.
It's a dot castle, isn't it? Oh god.
90%. Oh my god. Deep
At this point, I would have probably been out of the game out of pure frustration. So
Deepchill still sending villagers. He has Deepchill has a really strong mentality, I think. Really, la cucaracha, or however it would be called in Spanish.
there is that. It's up now.
Mm-hmm.
You can also see Alakay adding in Spearman now.
Yeah. But no pike upgrade yet, right?
Not yet, but it's actually getting squares, but for pikeman actually. That surprises me.
And he forgot to add farms for the last 10 minutes, but in this position it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And he gets house, adding ramps. These players love to get housed, it's crazy.
Barracks coming out from Deepchill in the back now.
I think he's will try to go full pike, so in that regard it was probably really smart by Alakay to prepare the spearman or slash pike upgrade switch himself. I think Alakay could just sell 1000 wood and click up actually.
Yeah, it's almost double population from Alakay now, so.
Okay,
It's not even fletching on the castle. I wouldn't actually. It wouldn't mind them just fighting underneath everything here.
Alakay being super house again. No wonder when he has 20 pikes to kill. Oh yeah. Oh no, 25 even. Oh, I can't count, I'm sorry, I had 20 years. No, I didn't even finish the first one, to be honest. Yeah, it looks over,
It is over, it's not I'm just looking over, it is over. I think actually fletching might be the most important upgrade if you're gonna stay in here.
He has a market so he could buy the food to get fletching. I'm not sure, like... Okay, he's stopping another castle? Like, that's a really strong mindset.
Just look at the production queue here.
Yeah, 1 pike versus 20 pikes.
It's soon gonna be triple the population from Alakay here.
Deepchill doesn't care, he has those castles, he's fine. And Alakay clicking up to him.
Yeah.
Well, what's going on here?
This will be the free one for Alakay, right?
Ah yeah, I'm not sure, maybe they played the last game anyway.
Otherwise it would just be a practice game for them, I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, beautiful, all those fans. It kinda feels a little bit sad, just because of Deepchill's insane performance in the first 2 games. And especially, like, in the chat he mentioned, like, the first game he was just trolling with the Cavaliers. He knew that he should go Halps, but he wanted to flex on Alakay and it killed him, basically.
Yeah, that didn't work out too nicely.
But I can totally see where he came from. I would have done something similar, maybe, like 20 werewolf traps or something. Then I would have gotten killed by one good eye.
Yeah.
I got lost. Okay, maybe it's really the last game with CBS. That's why Deepchill refuses to give up. It's like almost 2.5 times as much population for Alakay.
At this point, I think I would probably drop a castle in his face, as to say.
I think this is the point where you write 105 with palisades in the base of the enemy.
Right, 105 with the castles, you mean?
Oh, yeah, even better. Or bomber towers.
Ooh, it would have been glorious.
Or if you want to go full max, try to write with wonders.
It's all. Yeah, 6 pierce armor. I mean melee armor already on the Knight's Rights. I guess we get Captain in soon, yeah.
Yeah, like I told Alakay that rams do more damage when they're garrisoned with infantry, so he should garrison those rams with the pikes and then like one-shot these castles. They're also fast as well. He actually didn't know that for some reason.
They're both faster and attack more, I think, so.
Yeah.
I don't look at that like I didn't pick up more relics though, but I guess he probably realized it was over, so.
Yeah, I think in this position you don't care. Yeah. He's not even patrolling, he's just attacking with the castle.
Yeah, is it getting repaired? Is it?
And now his halberdiers are blocking his rams. And
Another panic castle.
The X-Towers are doing 8 damage, the halberdiers have 4. So 4 damage per hit. Or do X-Towers have bonus damage against infantry as well? I don't think so, right?
I do think this is the time where I would, if I was still playing on, I think I would probably just send villagers to Alakay's base and try to drop a castle in his base.
I don't think Deepchill has resources to do that.
I mean, instead of panic dropping the castle, I would probably try to send them out the other way and just drop it in the middle of Alakay's base and hope he doesn't notice.
Yeah, that's fair. Or maybe this is the time where you hide your villagers in the corner.
Don't wall them around and...
The Deepchill is calling the GG of a really nice series, I would say. Like I have a lot of mixed feelings about the series.
I know what you mean by when you say that. It felt like there was so many different points to this game. Not this game, but this series, I mean. But it also felt like there was some strange decision making going on from both of them at times, but it also felt that late game just favored Alakay a bit more.
And in general, I would say, to a certain degree, it's really impressive to watch these two play. But then it just hurts even more if you see all the small mistakes that are adding up, like being housed 10 times in 30 minutes or something, and you think, holy shit, how strong would he be if he wouldn't do that? How strong would he be if he wouldn't send 8 onto berries and go full conks against crossbows? how strong would he be if he doesn't go Cavaliers Swittens? Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know very well what you mean, yeah. Well, I guess this is it. So 3-1 victory for Alakay then. I think he will say that he was the favorite going into it, but I know that he and Deepchill have practiced a lot, and I think he said that Alakay had some losses against him before these games. So
Yeah, like 2 games in a row where Deepchill, like Deepchill has a really strong card edge push, which we saw in 2 games, I think, like first 2 games. With all the siege and that stuff, and Alakay died twice against that. And then Alakay was like sounded kind of afraid. Yeah, but I think the biggest issue was really like in the first game Deepchill wasn't able to finish Alakay off. Second game he was able to do it, but it was a bit late.
it felt like these are the games, kind of games you rewatch and then just beat yourself up about them because I know you should have won them.
Quite possibly. I want to see what the last file is. Yeah, probably it's just a like fake file of another game. Chinese and Ethiopians. It's the last file. Did I play 5 anyway? Okay, I'm gonna pause at 10 seconds. And then... Alakay, are you yeah, okay, I was about to ask. Alakay's in the chat and said they played 5 anyway. So, we can see the last chat as well. I just want to see who's... Okay, watching. Okay, let's go. In 3. 1, 2, 3, go. So, by the odds, I would say usually Deepchill has to win this game, and also he mentioned once that he practiced Chinese a lot lately. So I'm quite like looking forward to see his gameplay in this game. What would you say about this matchup?
I like Chinese a lot, but if they're gonna go straight into archers and in the crossbow, I would prefer Ethiopians. I think, at least how I usually play Chinese is usually... First I usually would go stables, I would say, scouts the wall up with 2 villagers, and then I try to get into crossbow in the up to one of the castle edge. But I can't really say that Chinese is one of our stronger civs, so...
And also, like, the Chinese power unit are the famous Chokunus, and like like unique unit that's so strong against almost everything in the game except, let's say, siege onagers, and also they're kind of weak against arbalests, right?
Yeah, but you also do get the +4 on your cavalry, right? So you should have some meat shield between them if you get onto that point.
Okay, yeah.
And Shoknu is... It's at the earliest late castle age, right? It's not a unit you will have too early, and you also then have Ethiopian's fast firing rate versus his own crossbow, I would guess.
So maybe the issue in this matchup is that while Chinese are really strong with their flexibility and powerhouse unit, the strength of the Ethiopians with their really strong archer line might cause Deepchill a victory here. Because Alakay, Deepchill has no strong answer to Ethiopians just going crossbows, right? Like, everything he does will be weaker.
I think that's true, yeah, but I wouldn't worry too much, right? It's not that unusual to... Okay, Deepchill actually had quite a bit of idle time now, so... A bit more than I probably should have with a Chinese start.
And yeah, you're right. The most important thing is to build up to the point of the game where these things would matter. If if Alakay loses 20 wells in too late, it doesn't matter how fast his crossbows will fire.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Well, at the moment I would say they are quite even. I would actually say that Alki maybe have gotten better out of it than you usually would expect. But so it's about the village difference, I would say. I'm thinking about the loom, loom. So
yeah, yeah. Was already
not the
confused.
best start Chinese start I've seen then.
Yeah.
Not that I do it better myself, just as that said, but
And again, Alakay with the map hacks, because like if he goes for a big wall on the sides to some degree, yeah,
or even just walling to his TC to berries and woodland. We have 3 woodlands, stage main gold and berries. So
okay, yeah, yeah.
yes, the possibilities there at least. Then you just expand outwards in the castle. I think maybe put a TC on one of the forward woodlands.
Meanwhile, Deepchill has only 2 close woodlines, which are both quite easily reachable for archers.
Deepchill's map is horrible to play against archers.
Yeah. And also his resources like are really forward in front of 2 huge shields. Oh my god, that map generation. I once saw like a mem TV showing how the map generation was on Dear Whoopie probably. The graphics are terrible, but there were huge shields everywhere. Like this looks a little bit like it, what the mem TV showed at that point. Like having these huge mountains in front of your base.
Well, Arabia, it's a lot of different maps, right? But old school Arabia, yeah, I think this map has gotten a lot better lately. I think these ones are actually taking a quite lot out of. They're quite similar to the Hidden Cup Arabias and the King of the Desert Arabia.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And Deepchill now running forward with a scout. Alakay is starting to wall off.
I'm not sure I like that wall off too much though.
To be honest, it's the same wall off that I would have gone for. Maybe I would have been even more greedy and would have taken like the second woodline on the south as well. Like
so 25 pop from Alakay up. Oh, that's interesting.
yeah, that's FC right with Europeans.
Yeah, I would say so.
I mean, Deepchill spotted the walls, but nothing else. But he should realize in a couple seconds that if LK is still not up, he might go FC.
So Deepchill actually went. Is that stables or what is he going for?
I don't see.
He doesn't have the wood actually, Deepchill. First now he got the wood for, I'm gonna guess a stable?
Range.
Or range.
And he is... Like, is it worth taking those deer if they are so far away from your mill?
It depends on how your eco is, right?
Otto, the score is 3-1 for for la sacrificio de Alakay or El Diablo. Del Diablo. So Alakay has won 3 games, Deepchill won, but they are playing here the 5th game anyway. You missed quite insane games and insane throws. But overall, it's a nice series, I would say. Let's see.
This is not gonna be a fast castle.
I think maybe a fast-ish castle. Oh no, he doesn't have the farms to do that. Okay. At least he has 2 lumber camps this time. So that's something. But, I mean, if he drops a couple farms, yeah, he's starting to drop them. He might click up in 3 minutes.
Maybe. I think I wouldn't have minded him just going up 1.8 later. Add 2 more farms than Dark Age.
Okay, he's adding another range. It's not FC anymore, I would say. Or if, then it's quite a interesting build order, I would say. Like adding 2 ranges, blacksmith, and then clicking up. That sounds strange.
Deepchill actually adding in skirmishers for some reason.
I mean, a couple skirms, like 2 skirms in a feudal archer fight can be quite huge, right? But
it also makes it a lot more difficult to micro.
Yeah, that's true. Like they have more fire today or something.
Indeed.
Yeah, I really dislike doing it myself. Usually I'm gonna use 2 control groups then, so I can like micro them separately.
Oh. Deepchill was also actually missing 2 sheep as well. Alakay being the nice guy and sending them towards him.
Oh, that's quite rough for a Chinese start.
And Alakay is now housed at 40 pop.
Beautiful. Absolutely.
And once again, 7 on berries.
Beautiful. But to be fair, like he's doing other stuff like microing his army against Deepchill, and so his gathering point of a TC is on the berries for like 10 minutes, so he might forget about it. But now
very much micro.
but he's now clicking up, so it's still a fastish FC build.
He's not clicking up yet, him in.
Yeah.
This is not a great build.
Force drop. Yes, finally. Yeah, he didn't get fletching yet, right? So still
No.
He tried to get off FC, but he sent him way too many on wood for FC and didn't add the farms early enough. That's a bit strange.
Yeah, also no horse color yet as well.
Ah, beautiful.
He doesn't have that many farms yet though. He's only got 10 farms.
Like 18 on wood, and he has already more than 800 wood. What do you think?
Yeah. I think I would go for
like,
I think I would actually add 8 more farms. I think get horse color, add 8 more farms, and send for. Well, they actually did send 2 more to gold. So.
Or maybe, or he also could just go full, like all in play, like add a third range, add a siege workshop as soon as you're up, forward and go all in. If they had resources, that's also possible.
I'm actually surprised at just how greedy they are being, right?
Still not fletching on Alakay, but moving forward already. Did he forget it? No, he's.
It's on the way, so.
Okay. Yeah, but he really has to add some of his house again. That's okay. He has all that, like.
And once again, making the house with a single villager.
Oh my god. And okay, I was afraid that he would maybe not be able to afford Botkin, but he's not getting villagers, so he could get Botkin.
Also, still not getting crossbow upgrade.
Yeah, he can't afford it. He would need farms for that, and he only has 700 wood. How can he afford farms?
And why is he making free TOCs as well?
Okay, no, he's going to a wood line with Botkin, and 1 will,
1,
2 will.
2.
Okay.
2 villagers.
With crossbow would have been 3, I guess, right?
I think so.
Deepchill attacking with 2 archers as well.
I'm a bit annoyed he's not putting down more farms at this point. He got 10 on farms and 3 TCs up.
Like even, oh my god, the roast of Otto. Like Otto mentioned that it really doesn't feel like Deepchill or Alakay are playing. I have to agree. Like 3 TCs and 10 farms, so you can afford villager production for 1.5 TC. Oh, nice.
At least German Knights coming out from Deepchill now.
I mean, I feel terrible for like being like, oh, what the fuck, guys? What's going on? You usually play better, but I think it's true. Like usually, you would have these two players have much better macro. Series was over, so they were chilling with 3 TCs and now farms. I see. Oh no, like Deepchill is good macro actually behind this. So, oh man.
Still only 10 farms.
Yeah, so like Alakay was chilling and Deepchill was still playing.
Well, Deepchill is well, it's now Knights, at least Karen still one TC, so
yeah, and at least Alakay was able to afford ballistics with his like eco. But yeah, like 5 more farms and you're fine, man.
And a horse color coming in now.
Oh my god. Like, Alakay, stop watching Nikov, please. It's not good for you. Start watching DAO, man.
The cleanest macro in the game, right?
I think actually, like, unironically,
it's not. I'm not trolling there, but his macro behind pressure is basically what made him that good earlier. It was that was his big advantage now. I think nowadays I would say that a few players have caught up, but it's still one of his strengths.
Yeah. Because I was always surprised like how insane Daud's macro is. I feel like he's not a slow player. He can't be that slow if his macro is that good.
Slow player now, but he just... Oh, that's the fight you should never take, Alakay. Also, I don't like him going in with our cavalry there. Just use...
Okay, Alakay says that Aftermath likes to get the eco upgrades at late. I mean, it's true, right? I think Nikov has build orders where he also explains like by how much you should delay horse color if you're going for archers. I don't think that was your... I don't think you try to optimize your build for aggression in this game.
I think if you're just going fast scouts like this and you're floating 800 wood when you... Well, 800 wood after you, I think you even have the thesis up almost. That's usually an indication that your macro is slipping.
But now Alakay's eco looks much better, but yeah, like Lumbercam has to be refreshed, but it's like not a biggie. He has the farms now to support his TC production. Now super house
again,
and not very. He has like one house. Oh no, he's making a house with 3 builds. What a beast! What a madman! Look at that.
I think in my position I would just send one village to fully wall the bottom side from on his base with houses.
I think he wanted to do that at some point, like shift you the house, and the villager never arrived, because there's a house foundation there.
Oh, a good shot with the mangonel there.
Oh my god, I missed it, because it's looking for house foundation.
Decent micro there from...
Oh my god.
Oh, another good shot there.
What's going on? Like, there was a terrible fight over Deepchill. Like, he didn't have a hill with half of his army. And ate like 3 terrible shots. While he could have sniped the main one with his knights, I guess.
That's still without upgrades though, so I'm not sure if he would have been able to.
Ah, okay, yeah.
Double siege workshop in his base?
What a beast.
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, I think against like a big mass of crossbows, it's always nice to add magnals if you're not against Britons.
Yeah. Usually stick with just one, I would say.
Yeah, like I don't think he can afford 2 workshop production for a long time, but maybe he just feels like he has to get a lot of magnets out as fast as possible to defend.
Well, he should be able to kill that. Shoot!
Oh my god.
Like you kill that mangonel so easy.
That was a Rex shot, to be honest. I have done the same thing I've shot so many times in Mangle, deleted it, and then the shot didn't hit at all. It hit a bit at least. So still better than me.
Still no upgrades on those Nasties, they're just gonna die immediately.
I think one Mangle we got on. The low one. Deepchill attacking a single crossbow instead of a Mangle. Yeah, but I think the double siege job already paid off. Like, I actually believed it was a really smart call by Deepchill. Without double production, he would have been dead by now. But he can't afford it anymore, anyway.
I guess so, I guess so. This feels like it feels a bit weird to me. He has the lead skirmishes, right, without vodka at the moment. He has getting a +1 armor on his knights now. Double siege workshop, 3 TCs.
I think he forgot Botkin because he's also getting like forging. And there's no way he would get forging before Botkin. Well,
If he uses
nope. No.
Use split once again.
Now Deepchill has the stone to make it to build a castle on the hill, but he doesn't have the map control. He has to place it next to his TC.
He's also at this point 10 villages behind though and 25 military behind, so... And now has lost the front of his base basically. It's a bit risky for Alakay to go in like that, but...
Okay.
Now it's Alakay's turn to throw away units.
Another Rex shot, I like it. I like it.
The castle is up at least, and will make it the position unassailable for now.
Deepchill.
But will he transition into Chukni immediately, or will he try to go for more skirms, I would guess then?
Alakay could have clicked up, but he forgot the second building. No, he clicks up, I think. Yeah. No,
and Wheelbarrow is also on the way.
He could have clicked up yet a University Siege Workshop, but instead he rushed up the monastery with a lot of builds and clicked up afterwards. He didn't. That's a nice one. But happens to me as well.
4 knights that could be able to go take those 12 villages and out to the right side. But I think they're just out of sight.
Oh my god, he doesn't see them. He doesn't see them. Oh my god. That's so sad.
To the gold on the top corner.
No, he spots one villager, but I don't think Deepchill. Yeah, he doesn't know that there's a gold, so he didn't realize that there are more villagers maybe going there. Now he's scouting a little bit. Never mind, never mind.
So now village guns are about equal, but a big military lead for Alakay, as well as him being almost up to imp.
Deepchill should finally hit imp. I really would like to see them use the market a bit more sometimes. Like, I think Deepchill could have, like, it's only like 10 seconds, but still, like, if he saw 200 food, could have clicked them up a little bit earlier.
Maybe.
But then
so now the knight has +1/+1 on it. You can see Balkan being tacked into, and he's continuing to produce skirmishers.
So is maybe Knights and Siege should play here for Deepchill? Assuming he would have the eco for it.
Yeah, I don't think he has the eco for it, that's a big issue, right? But I think he's gonna need the onishers at least. Maybe even the onisher skirm.
Yeah, I think like in... Oh no, I wanted to say Chinese will struggle against Siege late game, but that's good for Alakay. Oops.
I think he's planning to do a forward castle here, Alakay.
Yeah, but Wills got spotted by
A bit
army.
enthusiastic.
I don't think they have husbandry that made it slow. And the
I'm gonna just yeah. Still only +1, so not the most damage.
Like Deepchill's eco is looking quite strong right now if he's going for like a lot of knights, because he has almost no wood banks, a lot of food and gold. dropping. I really like the castle position, but again, it's LK is still a better position, like having the big hill in the north and trap down those two castles easily.
The bad thing here is that both of the 4 goals, he has 2 4 goals for Deepchill now, right?
Yeah. So we can say it would have been an easy clap, like for Deepchill against Alakay, but Alakay had just the Viper map generation. Look
It
at
just felt weird for me this game.
look at the fire rate.
Yeah, a bit scary. So you can see that Deepchill is taking into last armor upgrade for these skirms.
Yeah,
Got Bracer, but is still not getting chemistry.
I love it,
About.
but he really has to expand a little bit and get more wood lines, because he's struggling a lot with his woods as well. Maybe not, because he has like 41 lumberjacks, but he never has wood banked for some reason. Maybe, yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there actually.
So I guess bomber cannons will be the best thing for Alakay to go for here.
Yeah, like especially as soon as he gets torsion engines, those skirms will die against bomber cannons. While obviously torsion engines is super expensive to get, Alakay's eco is quite strong, and yeah, he's taking into bomber cannons already. And he's also getting melee upgrade. Is he going to go pikes? Is he gonna mean with shuttles?
I'm hoping for shuttles.
Nice. And Deepchill house, and look at his woodline in the south of the space. Beautiful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like 10 tiles.
Yeah.
It's sometimes a bit hard to convert tiles because the diagonal is like longer than like you know. Oh god, my English
Pythagoras, you know that, right?
Huh?
You just use Pythagoras, right?
Yeah. But I didn't know the English words for the sides of however they call
He's just taking the downhill fight with his arbalest, leading of everything. I'm gonna clean up all the trebs there.
I think if I was Deepchill, I would have tried to target the bombard cannons with my traps here, that fight. So I will keep firing instead of targeting the castle.
Usually he's still trying to take into a lot of different stuff. He has 30... That's actually 30 skirms queued. He has Cavalier on the way. Just got the last armor upgrade, getting +2 attack as well.
He has to cancel like 10 of these skirmisher and add 2 more rangers. But then
he needs more ranges, that for sure.
And but then again, what can he do against those bombard cannons?
I think I'm wondering what Alakay think about when he's doing melee armor.
Alakay's going shuttles, right?
I'm hoping so.
Yeah, I saw one shuttle earlier. He's gonna go full meme, maybe castle drop, and like flood Deepchill's eco of shuttles, but that wouldn't be memey anymore, but just a good play, I guess. But yeah, Alakay has 25 on stone. He will afford a lot of castles.
I should need that many castles to produce shuttles because they produce so insanely quick.
Seeing the game develop as this one, it feels like it's so hard for Chinese to stop the Ethiopians.
I agree, actually. I do think that you need to be a bit more aggressive than you are here, right? Go a bit more forward, maybe get some siege up front.
Yeah.
Because it was played so weirdly, right? It was I think Alakay was trying to do a fast castle by what it felt like, but didn't make it happen. And then you had one range play and into a quite good castle-ish timing, but no aggression coming from Deepchill, so... He hasn't really made anything else than a nice and skirms this game. Never really had the big numbers either. And Alakay is overbooming quite badly at 154 villagers now.
And probably
actually lose the front because of it, so...
And again, Alakay could sell so much food actually. I don't know, not that much actually.
If it's going for different units, it shouldn't, I think.
Yeah, okay.
I wouldn't mind just having, let's say... You need to have more shots than that though. At least 20, I would say.
And now the Cavaliers are like paying off for Deepchill because they are destroying the shuttles. And the skirms are killing the arbalists that are trickling in one after one. Like Alakay threw a bit here. Like obviously it's still a really good position.
That castle there is a bit ambitious, okay. Very ambitious.
And also Deepchill has better resources with 30 villagers less at the moment. Huh.
Well, okay, he's voting 20... Well, I'm 30 idols at the moment, so...
Oh, I didn't realize.
He's still producing more, even.
He thinks he's still Spanish, wants to go for the Benjamin.
Yeah, I guess so.
Like, Alakay still has all the map control, but he doesn't have any army left to really defend it.
I do actually think that both of them should play deathmatch more. I think they could use the practice in late game, just playing deathmatch.
Maybe you should show me how to play deathmatch as well, because my only tutorial was Medusa telling me how to open like in the loading screen. That's all the tutorial I got for deathmatch.
The best at deathmatch myself, to be honest, but it just gives you practice in keeping up with the macro behind it and getting a setup eco, keeping everything going, which they aren't doing that well at the moment.
Look at Alakay taking the gold in front of Deepchill space. I think this might be even worth it even if he loses like 11 villagers here, because he doesn't care about the food.
He could very well lose 30 villages and it would be good for him, so...
Yeah. Deepchill says, now I want to share that gold, and is placing a mining camp next to it.
Indeed, indeed. And I was even killing his neighbors, so...
This game... Like, it feels like it should be Alakay's game, but he kind of stopped doing anything. Okay, he's just going elite shuttle, I guess. He wants to show off a little bit.
Without cuts coming in.
I mean, it helps him a lot because now he's finally down to 130 villagers.
Actually, very true. Very true.
I think he should add like 10 more farms, I guess. He really lacks food. And he almost got every shuttle upgrade by now. He's getting
Royal. He's getting Royal Airs, that's the production speed boost, so...
Exactly. But he has to get the food to spam
Let's
them.
look at the production rate from those shuttles now. I think it's by far the most quickest producing unit, if I remember correctly.
Beautiful.
Indeed, indeed.
And they like, obviously, if you trigger them into the skirms, they will die quite easily, but if you have a couple of them onto the skirms, they destroy them. Like
That cavalry now coming from Deepchill.
22 attack on those shuttles. No, second please.
Still 20 at least, but getting 22 now.
Yeah.
Alakay's back ego is still quite unprotected, but I think he's actually gonna wall it off. Or not.
I think this is the point where Deepchill will fall apart. He's at 100 pop, and like
Oh, it doesn't really have a good answer to shuttles and halberdiers, right?
Yeah, and his eco is too unprotected. If he would have more time, he could switch into like Ables or Shokus again or something. But at this point, with trash only, he can't fight him really.
Well, his last gold is taken by Alakay now, right?
Hmm. And I guess he doesn't have vision of any neutral golds. Okay, now they are secured by Alakay as well. Yeah. Alakay has had really a good map control.
This has been by far the most cleanly played late game, at least. If you look, if you don't think about shuttles, I mean.
Yeah, yeah.
Just taking hill control with his castles, grabbing the extra resources on the side, securing the castles again, walling off his own base.
Okay.
Yeah,
No.
it was clinically played at the end there.
Hey, it was almost like as soon as Alakay could like breathe again a little bit, as soon as he secured his position in the game, also his position in the series, he like made so many less mistakes than before.
Mm-hmm.
And
also just how they played feudal ages now, right? They're so careful. None of them going for a lot of army in feudal age. It was just not even always wall up. Just go for one ranged or one stable. Make a few just enough units to maybe survive if the others don't come in with everything and try to go up to castle before 20 minutes. It's very greedy in my head.
I felt a little bit bad for Deepchill because he didn't scout that Alakay is just going. He actually went naked, kinda FC, right? He obviously like naked Dark Age and then really slow production feudal age. And Deepchill just didn't punish it. He expected a forward. He had his skirms to defend himself, and yeah, he wasn't able to punish Alakay at all.
But the uptime wasn't that slow, was it? It was 11:20, so that's 25 pop, and it's not that bad, right?
It's still really good for Alakay because Alakay was also later up to feudal age, having more villages. Okay, it's only for like 40 seconds. No, it's longer than that actually. Yeah, 140. Yeah, it's more villagers farming, working for Alakay in Dark Age. So he had just a better eco.
Yeah. It's also Alakay was idling a lot, so it wasn't ideal his castler's time either. So
looking at the resources collected, it was actually quite similar if you don't look at the gold. But that's
well, it's 10k more gold though, so
I mean that's where the lack of map control for Deepchill really shows.
Yeah, but also,
yeah,
162 for Alakay.
Yeah, he really wanted to go for that expansive total switch. Had to make sure that he can afford it. Yeah, you can see in like Deepchill's Chinese start was a little bit messy, and also he didn't find two of his sheep. Then he went for army earlier, I guess. It was kind of similar actually, the army in feudal age. Yeah.
It felt like, I think actually Deepchill almost ended up with exactly the same start as he would in a regular Civ with Chinese, so. Either that or 1 wheel ahead, but I think usually it's something like 1.5, 1.75 wheel ahead you should be if you have a good Chinese start, so. Then they went into one range, I think it was 1 Archer and 2 skirms at the start there.
Yeah. So that means that Sacrificio del Diablo won the series with 4-1, with Deepchill taking it, with El Oro this Spring TV taking it home at least one win. But also we have to say, like, I have to say, I think it gone differently, especially thinking about that first game where Deepchill wanted to flex on Alakay and got punished for it.
I think that's a good way to put it. So.
Okay.
Well, just think about how long these games actually were. This was 5 games and we've been casting for 3 hours, so...
Oh my god, I didn't realize. Oh, that's terrible, man. Who forced me into doing that? I think I did it voluntarily. Anyone in chat or Knutan wanna say anything before we end the stream? Any questions or whatever?
I think I've said my part, so...
Perfect. So thanks again for tuning into the DAO Best of 5 show match of the creme de la creme. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks a lot for Shiran Purin. Great stream again. She says, great stream again today, guys. Very nice. Glad you enjoyed yourself. So have a nice evening and goodbye.
Goodbye.